Let's see if this is streaming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Don't know if I'm on. Well, you know, if I'm not on, nobody else can see me. Having some issues with YouTube tonight. Of course, right when I go on, they decide to go off. Well, I can get to that. No, it looks like I am streaming right now. Well, all right. Hello, everybody. This is Greg K6EGG. It looks like YouTube is having some issues tonight, so don't know how many of you out there are going to be able to watch. I just watching the Dodger game as well, so you might be watching me. I don't know. Lean my head over and watch the television here. So, gonna get to some. Looks like some not Bozonet. I wish I can change that. Bozonet is to not tonight. I cannot get on my YouTube account, just to let you guys know. I'm able to stream. I'm not able to watch myself. This is what happens when I go to my YouTube page. A little dark. Might need some lighting for that. So, Ray, you're only about 20 miles away from me right now, pal. I'm watching on another account. N3 EPA is up close and personal. Too bad I can't meet you down there tonight. You want to try some 2-meter sideband? I'm on 144.250. N3 EPA, this is Greg, K6EGG. Nice to hear you on sideband, sir.
I got a copy on you here. I got a copy. I just parked, just got to my delivery.
Excellent, excellent. What cross streets are you at there?
I'll try that again.
What cross streets are you at in Placentia?
I am on Ortega Way, actually, is the name of the street that I'm on. Looks like La East, La Julia Street, and Ortega Way.
Oh, you're not too far away from the 57 there. Oop. Problem with my amplifier. I don't know if you're watching the stream right now, but you are right here where this red dot is, and I am right here. So you must have took the 91, I'm guessing, in, or the maybe even the 60.
I did come across the 91, yes.
When you got past, when you went past the 71, I don't know if you remember, I'm about 3 or 4 miles away from that interchange.
I called, I didn't call there, but I called most of the way across. I did talk to AJ6BE on the way over when I was over in Riverside.
Oh, excellent. I wish I would have been on earlier. I was watching some baseball and taking care of some stuff around the house, unfortunately.
Well, that's okay. You got to do what you got to do, right?
Oh, yeah. Nice not to talk to you on DStar, too. Like, it seems like it's real radio or something.
Well, yeah. I was telling the other guy there on the way over here that he asked me about sideband activity around the rest of the country, and I said there's, as far as I know, there is no place like LA with the 2-meter sideband. There's nobody that is as active as you guys.
That's good to hear, man. I'm glad we're kind of making a dent in the sideband activity. I know that we have the sideband net. I don't know if you'll be around tomorrow night. I think you said you had to go up north. There's a net, the Bozo net. I think you've checked into that before, haven't you?
I have a Bozo number. I got to check in there. So yes, but yeah, I won't be here. I'll be up in Marina, up by Salinas there.
Copy that. Yeah, YouTube's having trouble with the website's down, but I think you can still use the app as far as I know. So I'm not able to monitor my own stream right now.
Yeah, from what I see, everything looks as normal as it usually is.
Copy that. At least I can't edit out my I don't know, I can't get in my account through my, what's it called, my web browser for some reason right now, but I guess I'll figure it out. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to talk to the stream. I didn't know if I was working or not. Real quick personal note. A good buddy of mine just passed away. I found out about 5 minutes ago. I worked with him for about 10 years, pretty much every night. He had a little GoFundMe page. I'm not asking for any money here, but here's a picture of him. He found out he had stage 4 pancreatic cancer like a month ago, and boom, just like that. So I'm a little bit bummed tonight. So if that's why I seem a little out of it, that's kind of why I hear. So, sorry about that. But just had to get that off my mind here. So let's get back to some radio here. Hey, Keith, you out there still? K6EGG.
W6, you're still here.
Hey, you sound a little different tonight.
You too. I hope I don't know. I did some tweaking to my antenna, and it might have made it worse.
Yeah, and you sound a little muffled, too.
Let me see what's up here. Well, I actually work on my other antenna, but working on my other antenna, mess with this one too. And I lost some of my wires, all those extra wires I had run out. Some of them broke, and I ran out of daylight to fix them. Not those, not the guy wires, but those, one of those wires that Fred always talks about. No, not ground wires, just those extra wires. You run a million of them. You know how he always runs all those extra wires off of his tuner antenna? There you go, yeah. Some of them broke off, had a little mishap, and so I'm not running as many as I used to, and it could be an issue, I don't know. I haven't even checked it. Let me see. That's a good idea. Let me check it. First time I've been on the radio since like Friday or Saturday. Do I? No, I actually had a major migraine headache that kind of kept me out of commission for a few days. Yeah, give me a second here. Let me turn on my SWR meter and see where I'm at, because I haven't checked that since I did this. Okay, check. It seems like it's flat.
Well, I'll tell you what, you said something about modulation.
Okay, am I just too close to the microphone? I got the mic gain only at 72. I do have my compression on. I just turned the compression off. Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay, give me a minute or two. Let me dissect this, see if I can figure out what might be happening. W862, second connection.
Yeah, man, you sound different. Not just your signal, you physically sound different. Like you changed some audio settings too.
Okay, W862, is there any difference right now, testing 1, 2, 3?
Yeah.
Better or worse?
You're higher frequency. Put on your load,
I mean, the only thing I did is I checked my fittings on my microphones and stuff like that. But I didn't necessarily any settings on my mic gain or any of that stuff, or highs or lows.
What do you think, Greg?
What did you change before you got on the radio? Do you know?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I stay with my antenna, and I haven't been on for several days because I had to fix it before I could, talk on it again. It was all low and everything. And I finally fixed it this afternoon, and put it back up. But otherwise, nothing.
I wouldn't mess with it. Could have some weird conditions going on right now.
To be honest, you sound a little different too. I don't know if it's just on my end or whatever. I might switch out a mic and see if that makes any difference.
I wouldn't change too much stuff. You said I'd sound different. I haven't changed a thing. So it might be conditions, might be pulling around the frequency a little bit.
Okay. I'm just hoping that my antenna, I didn't do anything that's causing problems. But do you hear me okay signal-wise?
Yeah, just it's hard to understand you.
Okay, that's odd.
I have the stream up if you want to listen to yourself.
Okay, yeah, let me turn it on. I called out for you for a few minutes ago and nothing was happening. Then I went on looking for your stream. I couldn't find it. So did you just turn it on recently?
YouTube is having server issues right now, so I think I'm on right now. I'm acting like I'm on, so I can't really see what's going on. I can't go to the YouTube page on my computer, but I can on my phone. But my phone's almost dead.
Okay, well, yeah. Like it wouldn't load up on Chrome for me, so I went over to Firefox and I loaded it up. So Greg, I just turned my compression back on. Does that make any difference?
Yeah, you definitely sound a little better there.
I think it may be conditions. I don't know. Because, Alex and I are really close. He sounds like he normally does.
I could barely hear Alex tonight.
You normally can hear him just fine, right?
Sometimes it's hard, but I can normally hear him. And today it's worse.
Well, if I get up on the microphone there, Greg, can you hear me?
That does help, yes.
Okay, well, something did change there. You came back without, I don't know if you turned the compressor back on or whatnot, but it's a little bassier with the compressor, I think.
Okay, this is compression on, compression on. This is compression off, testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Compression back on, testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have it off again, testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Otherwise, I haven't done any settings with my mic.
Just keep the compression on.
Yep, for this is what I'll keep it on for right now. Yeah, weird. Maybe it is just the conditions. I don't know. One thing though, so I have it. Hey, Alex, I did some tweaking to my other antenna though. I raised it about 3 feet.
I wish there was a way I can monitor this.
That side bracket thing. So I got the antenna away from my other antenna by about 3 feet. I raised it for about another 3 feet. And
watching a Dodger game too, so bear with me.
I've done some receiving because I just did this evening, this afternoon.
Dodgers are actually winning.
My SWR to the better to the most part. I raised it about 3 feet. I did everything you said. It just took me some time. I got it away from the antenna by about 3 feet. Extended it out to the left about 3 feet. I raised it about, probably only about 3 feet. And that shorter leg, I got it away from the guide wires, and it's a little bit more level too. So I was struggling with 10 meters. 10 meters, man, at 29.5 is 1.15 to 1. 2900 even is 1.7 to 1. So I got 10 meters working again. 20 meters is like 2 to 1, 1.9 to 1. 20 meters is kind of puzzling to me. 7.3 is like 2.8. Still under 3 though.
So I told you that you got to go high. And, the off-limited antenna actually is a little better for sight now. When you try to get them flat.
Yeah, they're not quite flat, but they did get raised, especially that second leg. And I got it away from, remember how I had it tied off to like guide wires? I got it away from that. I tied it off completely. I got it tied to this rope, to the branch from my neighbor's tree. That's kind of coming over to my side of the property, so I'm taking advantage of it.
Hey, who's up here today, N6YO?
Well, this is Keith, WA6QXA, Greg's out there, K6EGG, and Alex, N6KJI. Did I say that right, Alex?
Anybody heard Fred? I think it's KN6OS or something like that.
Haven't talked to Fred in days.
Yeah, he wants to see an antenna setup of mine, and I'm trying to tell him I'm going to be somewhere Saturday.
What's your name?
I'm sorry. I'm Joe, N6YO, Huntington Beach. What was your call sign?
WA6QXA with the Alpha 6, Quebec X-ray Alpha. Is this Joe?
Yeah, I recall that. Even though I CRS can't remember stuff, I know your call sign, QXA. What's your name, though? That much I can't remember.
Yeah, it's been a while, but yeah, Joe, Keith here, Long Beach.
How you been, brother? Man, you sounded good in here. This is like the first contact I ever made on my 991 on sideband 2 meter.
Oh, what do you mean? Is a new radio for you?
For me, yeah, I bought it used, but I stole it at a good price, and got wanted to get rid of it, and I was like, yeah, okay, I'll take it. See what these new radios are like. I mean, I got a 706 in the car, and I was thinking about putting this in the car, but it's way too hard to use in a car. This is definitely a base rig.
Is it the 991 Alpha or is it standard 991?
Everybody asks that question. It's an Alpha.
So unfortunately, I cannot see my own stream on. Why is that doubling there? There we go. That should sound better now. I can't see the chat.
It sounds a little overdriven or something, in my opinion.
Yeah, I got to figure out. That's another thing, man. monitor on this?
Bums me out.
Put on monitor.
So hi, jump and say hi in the chat. I can't see it,
Yeah,
but
what
I don't even know if I'm on for
is-
sure.
Yeah, the menu
I'm guessing I'm
on.
on.
Alpha is really
I saw it for a second on my phone, but I don't know if it's still on. I know that YouTube's having some server issues. I'm having some issues too, so I don't know how long I'll be on. A little bummed out tonight.
On the 991 Alpha, it's got way more stuff for your mic.
So anybody new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I don't know if anybody's watching. I might have my normal 3 or 4 or 5, whatever, 6 people watching. So hello, everybody. Listening to Joe out there in Huntington Beach. Got a new 991 Alpha.
Yeah, I'd really work on your mic though. Like you sound really, really edgy. Like it's almost going to feed back. So you need to cut some of those highs.
Let's see if I can get on another browser.
I would suggest. Now, Greg K6EGG he's got his YouTube going where you can hear your own audio to see what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I got the monitor on. I can hear it. How's that? Any better?
A little better.
Okay, we're getting there. Probably here's going to be the best out here. Hold on. How you doing, Greg? You out there, man? I didn't know you were out there.
I am out there. I think I'm on YouTube too. I'm having some technical problems. I think it's on YouTube's side of it. But you can hear yourself through my radio if you want to check out your audio and stuff to see how you sound with your new to you 991 Alpha there. Nice to hear you again, Joe. This is Greg, K6EGG.
It's working.
I'm getting word that it's working.
Yes, I heard that. Yeah, I come up here every now and then to search for Gordo. I haven't talked to him in about 25 years, and I was just wondering how he's doing there. I think I doubled with somebody.
I think that sounds like Frank out there. Go ahead.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get on the right antenna. Okay, that ought to be a little better.
Oh, yeah, that's a lot better. Everybody sounds weird tonight. It must be some conditions or something going on here. Go ahead, Frank. I just heard Joe.
Yeah, I was on the wrong antenna. Too many antennas over here, but okay. You're on YouTube. It's working. I see you. I see the radio. Everything. I'm on 6 p.m. on the radio.
Excellent. I won't pick my nose in. Copy that. I heard somebody else out there. NO60?
6E now. Franklin's about 15 miles east of me by the end of the crow flies.
Copy that. I got you in a while.
All right, and I forgot the website of how I get to your stream.
If you go to YouTube and type in my call letters into the search engine, K6EGG, it should be one of the first things that pops up, I think.
Okay, try to find YouTube, and then Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf.
That's affirmative.
Yeah, and if you hit like and subscribe, it'll always pop up the little indicator letting you know when he's on the air.
Hey, Frank.
Yeah,
Keith here, Long Beach. You're talking about 991 Alpha too, right?
that is correct.
Maybe you can give some tips to Joe. He just got a 991 Alpha. He needs to tweak his mic gain. Not so much the mic gain, but just the settings, I think.
Well, that has the parametric EQ, and that's quite involved. You have to do the mic EQ, the parametric EQ. I mean, there's quite a few settings to get him going, but Noel's pretty good at that. And yeah, I'd sound like I'm off frequency on the computer, but you sound normal on the radio, so I don't know, kind of weird. Yeah, I just cut the EQ off. How's that? Well, yeah,
you want your processor probably up around 10, the EQ on, and then there's a whole bunch of settings to set up the parametric EQ. And then what are you using, the hand mic?
No, I got a Heil 4, HC4. Yeah, that sounds a lot better. It's a little less edgy, not as loud, so I got to crank up my monitor so I can hear myself, but it's still got a little bit of punch to it there. It just doesn't sound too natural, like the processor's up too high. Let me crank that down, see how that sounds. Either way, it just sounds poor.
You can't go by the YouTube if you're watching Greg on the YouTube, because I sound like I'm off frequency. We don't know why it does that, but can you put the hand mic on just for the heck of it?
No, the hand mic sounds mushy. It sounds, people have been like, yeah, if you got the choice, definitely don't use that. And I put it away.
You are off frequency a little bit, by the way.
I'm using the monitor.
To me.
I'm not using the monitor function.
It may not be to somebody else, though.
I'm not even on the YouTube channel. Now, what I do hear, though, is like a slight echo. Can you hear an echo?
No, I don't hear an echo. And that's the opposite of everything I've ever heard. The guys that run the hand mics usually sound better. There is a switch on the back that you can, go from position 1 to position 2. I don't remember which is which, but if you get the right position, it's loud and clear, and they work extremely well. I'm not familiar with the mic you're running, but it wouldn't take too much to, for Noel to run you through the quick settings on the parametric EQ. And remember, there's a parametric EQ and a P-parametric EQ. So it's like a double set, and you usually just set them both the same, but it'd take a few minutes, to get that radio up to snuff. There's another menu that'll bring your receiver alive. If it's still factory, it's set at -15 on the contour, and you want to crank that up to about a +8. So that, and I don't remember the menu number. Maybe Noel might remember the menu number on that one. So there's a lot of settings on that radio that you got to kind of go through, and we'll bring that radio alive.
Which radio?
991 Alpha.
Okay, well, sure, I have to go into the menu and check. What are we talking about, the contour or what?
Yeah, first I'd have him set the contour. You know how it's factory set at -15, which makes it sound like crap. If you go to a +6 or a +8, you know that setting. I just don't remember the menu number.
Okay, so here's the hand mic. Now you say it on setting 1. Hold on, this is setting 1, and this is setting 2. This is setting 2.
I can barely hear you right now, so let me I'm playing with the 991 menu.
Yeah, I can hear him. Let me hear the hand mic again.
Yeah, this is setting 2, setting 2, setting 2. And this is setting 1, setting 1, setting 1. And then...
Yeah, you definitely want setting number 2. Definitely setting number 2. And then if you listen to Noel, he'll take you into the menu system and will get your receive sounding a whole lot better. You set that, and then you go to the front and set the contour up to about 2,000 or 2,200. There's a whole... Oh, man, it'd only take a couple of minutes there if we were sitting there at the radio. But if you want, he can walk you through some of it.
I'm looking at the radio now.
Yeah, I like this sound better. I know it's edgy. I mean, I would rather tweak this than that hand mic.
Okay, that one's okay as well. I don't think it's quite as punchy as the hand mic, but they both sound pretty close.
What is Greg running, an RE320? It looks like an RE320 or an RE27. Or an RE20, excuse me.
RE20.
It's an RE20 with a power supply in.
Let's see the RE320.
Okay, Noel, if you want to help that other gentleman out there with the parametric EQ and or the contour settings, at least that would get him up and sounding good and receiving good. He'd be able to hear us a lot better.
Okay, well, right now I'm looking for the receive. I don't know what menu number that is. I know where the parametric EQ is, but I don't know where the contour is. I'm looking for right now.
Yeah, it's not too far off from the parametric EQ. Oh God, I want to say 112, 111. I don't know. You'll see it. You know what it says.
You have to be in a certain mode like FM because when I hold the menu key down, I'm not seeing the menus anymore. It just gives me lat long, call sign, etc.
Okay, I'll be quiet and you can help him out real quick.
Okay, what was your name? This is Noel. We're off to 6 Echo Lima.
Yeah, I'm barely hearing you. You're in the grass. I think she said Lowell or Noel. And I didn't get your call sign, but my name is Joe. Hello, from Huntington Beach. And I thought you hold the menu setup button, and that takes you into the menu system. But when I do that on sideband, it's not doing it. Do I have to be in FM mode or something?
No, I'm not. When you hit the menu button once, and then you use your dial, your multi-function dial, until you get to, we'll go to menu by number 111 first. 111, 112, 113, I want you to see on your screen.
Yeah, my contour is at minus, okay, the ATF width is at medium. Where should I keep that?
For those of you watching, they're trying to help out somebody with a Yaesu 991 Alpha. I'm not familiar with it at all. I have Icom products.
My wife's calling me here at 6
Oh boy.
Tell him I'm on the phone.
Okay, it sounds like he said he's on the phone, no?
Okay.
Oh boy.
All right, well, KK6FR, back to just listening.
Wow, it got busy out there all of a sudden.
Well, we know, Noel and I both know the 991s and the 991As pretty well. So yeah, Noel could get him fixed up pretty good. We're going to be putting up a new 13B2 for Noel, so he'll have a beam and he'll be able to get down there a lot better.
Oh yeah, he'll be sounding good. By the way, I was in both your guys' neck of the woods, whatever day was out. It was yesterday. Pretty windy and dusty out there.
It was absolutely crazy. It was nuts.
Well, it's horrible, yeah.
Okay, what should I put the contour level at?
Okay, contour level at plus 10.
Now, what's that do? What's the contour level with respect to?
Opens up your receive.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's still another step, though. This is what we're just doing in the menu. I got to turn down the YouTube because that's driving me crazy.
That is.
The delay. Yeah, okay, so, and then the one right below that, which is 113, I believe, and that one's at 10. You can leave it at 10 or 11. I run mine at 11, but you can leave it at 10.
Well, just because you have yours at 11, I'm going to take your suggestion. Okay, so I've got wide ATF, contour level 10, and contour width 11.
Correct. Now go ahead and get out of the menu system and go back to the front where you have all your buttons and things that you change. You see the little thing that says right and left, where you can do some other adjustments on the contour.
Oh, I got out of it. Hold on.
Yeah, you want to get out of the menu system.
Yeah, right now it says meter, RF, power, mic gain, sweep.
Yeah, and you see the forward and back buttons?
No, I got to get back there. Hold on. Okay, I'm there where it's like Mox and Vox and monitor and processor and mic equalization and all that stuff. Yeah, roger.
Make sure you have your mic EQ on.
Okay, I'll turn it on. I had it on, I just turned it off. It's back on while I keyed up, okay? And processor's at 39. Is that high?
That's a little high.
What do you think? I'll just put it at 30?
see where mine is.
Yeah, hold on. Let me look here.
I appreciate all your help here, guys. And, yeah, Mike, and I got to figure out that one, too.
Oh, well, we'll get there. We'll get there. Okay, on your processor, put it at 8. Put it at level 8.
Oh, wow. Way over processed. Okay. Process. Oh, no, that's processor off. 8. All right, 18. And there's 8. Okay. There you go. How's that?
Set it to 2.
Did he say number 2, 1, 2?
No, 2, 0, 2. Set it to 2. Processor 2.
Yeah, 0, 2, sorry.
Okay, Noel says processor set at 2.
Yeah, no, I got 2. Yeah, okay. It's off. Or 2, I mean, it's on 2.
Oh, that's better. Okay, now hit your back button once, and you should see notch, contour, DNR, DNF.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on a minute. What is his miking set at?
60.
Good. I'm at 63. That's good. Okay, let's go and find the contour. Okay, and scrolling through my thing on the front.
Yeah, I already told him, just hit the back button once, and it'll show notch, contour, and DNR.
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay, set your contour. I like mine at 1600. Where do you set yours, Noel? Because that you kind of play with to where you like to hear people. You adjust that up or down. You know, you can go anywhere from like 800 to I think 2000 or something. Mine is right about 1600 is where I like it. But that one, while I'm talking, you just adjust that. You might like 1800. You might like 2000. You might like 1000. I mean, that you just kind of play with to where you like to hear people, how you like to hear them.
I have mine set at 2800, and my width is at 3200.
Wow, you got yours way up there. I like mine at 1600, but anyway. Okay, as we're talking, just kind of put that anywhere you like it.
Yeah, I'm doing that now, and I'm kind of more like Noel. I like, maybe it's that I lack hearing in that upper spectrum, but I always did like a lot of treble in my music. So, yeah, I got it set at 2800 now, 2810, but what's the difference? 2800, okay, there it is. Notches off, DNR and DNF are both off.
Yeah, leave those off. Now, just kitty corner down, you'll see shift and width. Shift will be at 0, but width, you want it about 28, or how high does it go, Noel? 3K?
3200. You want the width of 3200.
All right, that's maxing it out at 3200. My shift is, and I didn't put it there, my shift's at 20.
You can just set it to 0.
Wow, you really like it high. I like 2800. I went up to 3000, but 32 was a little bit too hissy for me anyway. But I'm on, well, it depends on your speaker too, but I changed it up to 3K, 3000. Okay, what else can you think of, Noel, that he needs to set it at?
I put mine at 2700, my width.
The parametric EQ max. And, yeah, I'm using a different speaker on the 991, and that's how it sounds good on this speaker for me. So get back into the menu system, and we're going to go to P parametric EQ. Let's see. 1, and that's going to be EQ frequency 1. That's going to be at 128.
I'm there, 128. That's the P-PRM-TRC EQ Freak. What do you want me to set that to?
You know what? I'm going to have them use trim settings, and if that doesn't work, we can go back to my old settings. Okay, 128. I want you to set at 400.
Hold on. I'm looking at one, but I'm on another. Hold on. All right, 128, 400?
Right. 129 minus 7.
129 minus 7?
Roger, roger.
What am I doing here? What am I changing? My microphone quality?
Yes.
Okay, done. For 128 is 400. 129 is minus 7.
Okay, now 130 and your bandwidth is going to be 1. That's the cue. That's how widely dispersed the frequency will be. So I want you to set that at 1.
Okay, that's set at 1. Now, let me just hear something here. Okay, that's 10, and that's 1. So I got it down as low as it can go.
Okay, now 131. We might have to readjust that later. I can't hear you very well, but okay. 131, set that to 1400.
Okay, that's at 1400.
Okay, 132, level 1.
Okay.
And then the bandwidth set to 3, which is 133. Set that to 3.
Done. Okay, that's set to 3.
Okay, now, Tim might have a different setting, but for 134, I'm using a different mic too as well. So you got to keep that in mind. Number 134, I have at 3200.
All right, what do you have yours at? Is it Keith?
Mine's at 3200. Frank's the other guy that you've been talking to. Mine's at 3200 also.
Okay, and 135 plus 10 and bandwidth 1.
Hold on, you guys are fast here. I got 3200 for 134, and then the 135. What am I doing?
10 plus 10.
Hold on, I'm having a spaz attack here, figuring out which menu I'm on. Oh, you can't change while you're okay.
135.
That's on 135 at 10 QSL.
Bandwidth is 1.
135 at 10.
Roger, roger. Plus 10.
All right, got it done. 10 on the 135.
Okay, what is your bandwidth set at? Do you know?
Is that 133? That's set at 3.
Wait a minute, no, you're losing him.
Okay, so 156 at 1, and we'll let you there. We'll run a hold on him, and then let me find the bandwidth, and then we'll see if you're at the right bandwidth. And then I might have you readjust the base frequency.
No, you lost him. He's wanting to know like 133, 134, 135. He didn't get the last one.
No, we're good. I'm at 10 on 135, and 134 I'm at 3200. I followed you guys. I got you all. The only one I might have gotten wrong was 135 is set at 10, and I thought I got a QSL on that.
Bandwidth is 1.
No, it's 135 is 10 QSL.
135 is 10 plus 10.
Yeah. So we're on board. I think I got everything.
Okay, I want to go find out what let me find your bandwidth. Okay, menu 110. Scroll to menu 110.
I don't hear that too well. It sounds like you're saying 9110. Means menu 91, give it a 10?
No.
110, menu 110.
Menu 110.
Menu number 110. Menu number 110.
Yeah, okay, got it. Sideband, translate bandpass filter, got it. What am I setting that to?
100 to 2900 hertz.
Got it.
Is it set?
Yep, she said, I'm ready.
Okay, we've got too much highs in there. What do you think, Frank? I mean, he's far away.
Yeah, talk a little bit there. Let me hear it.
Test, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I am testing.
Yeah, he could use a little bit more bottom end, so he's going to have you make a couple of changes. But, yeah, he needs just a little bit more bottom end. KK6FR, I'll be back listening.
And 6YYO for ID.
Okay, menu 128. Let's go back to 128, 129.
Everybody sounds very weird tonight. Like there's some weird conditions going on.
All right, I'm at 128, 128.
Okay, set that to 200.
QSL 200.
Okay,
Now, let me hear that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoa, can't do that when you're talking.
0.
Let's see, that's 3. I'm just looking at different numbers. Okay, this is 700, and that's 700, and then let's just turn it off. I can't hear a difference.
Okay, hold it, listen, you lost me. Menu 128, set it to 200.
QSL. I was just checking the different sounds. I couldn't notice a difference. Go ahead. 128 at 200, sir.
Okay, now 129. Well, I want you to bring the level up to 0.
QSL 0.
Okay, very good. Let's move on here. I'm going to use my old settings on him. Okay, 131. I want you to set that to 700.
QSL? Oh, I like that. That's giving me a little bit more, I don't know. Yeah, okay, 700, 131.
Okay, 132. I want you to set at -7.
Okay, -7. Okay.
And 133, set the depth at 1.
Setting it to 1.
That sounds a lot better.
Okay, those are all my old settings, and everything else is the same. Now I'm listening to the speaker on the radio, and that's a bummer on this thing. So I can't. It doesn't give me good audio like it does on the SP30H. So does it sound a lot better to you, Frank?
Yeah, much better. That sounds real good.
Okay, so Tim's settings weren't working for him. We're using my old settings for him.
Okay, yeah, it sounds great. I think this sounds pretty good.
That sounds better than it was, that's for sure. Now you got to go back to the front of the radio, and you got to make sure, what was it? I got to look here. He's got to make sure something is on.
Yeah, the mic EQ. So get out of the menu system now. Make sure your mic EQ is on.
Repeat that last one. My what is on?
Mic EQ. It's under, you'll see Mox, Vox, and then you'll see mic EQ underneath Vox. You want to make sure mic EQ says on.
And yep, she's on, and processor is at 2.
Correct.
Try processor at 8, just for me.
Test 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Too punchy.
Yeah, maybe go to 4.
Okay, how's that sound?
Still too punchy.
Yeah, go ahead and put yours at 2. See, mine's at 8.
That was at 5.
But I'm on a whole different microphone.
I had it at 5. How's 4?
Talk a little bit.
I think it sounds good. I like this.
Yeah, talk a little bit.
Nobody's ever had to tell me that before. Thank you. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Set it to 2.
All right, that's where it was before. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Boy, that's a tough one. No, I kind of like 4, but 2 or 4, but yeah, don't go above 4.
Okie doke. Mic on. Processor at 4. Okay, I'm here.
Yeah, 4's a little punchy, but he's not crunchy. No, what do you? I know you're having a hard time.
For those of you just joining us,
so I can hear him pretty good.
Joe, I forget his call letters.
Had a punch in there. I don't know why.
Really bad at it. Anyways, is working on his new to him 991 Alpha's audio settings.
15 miles from Knoll.
Oh, I didn't realize you were out in Phelan, so you're pretty far. I mean, the antenna I have up is extremely small and not high. It's not on my tower.
Yeah, and where are you located? Because I could swing the beam a little bit. I don't know where you're at.
Huntington Beach.
I'm in the beach.
Okay,
Is it
I'm probably pretty
W6MYN?
close to Huntington Beach. Give me a little chatter. I'll move the antenna a little bit.
Where's the AA something or A6?
Huntington Beach here.
I need a little more chatter to let the antenna move.
I'm from Huntington Beach. Let's see,
Anybody new to the channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I can't see the chat tonight.
No, I'm vertical. A vertical beam.
There's some issues with YouTube, at least on my end. I don't know what.
2M12 vertical.
Hopefully I will be at some point. I can see it on my phone, but my phone died, and it's downstairs now.
Oh, yeah, I'm just running barefoot 50 watts.
Yeah, you're doing great now that I got you pointed right at you now.
I got you in an S4, 5x4, and I'm surprised you can hear me. If you're running 3 times the power, that's another, that's more than 3D. Yeah, but that's an S unit, I guess, or so.
Yeah, I've got you right between 7 and 9 most of the time here. You're doing pretty good up here. Okay, I am sure everybody's bored to death, but man, what an improvement. Man, you're crystal clear, loud, and punchy. Your receive ought to be a lot better. You can always go back and play with the contour a little bit to see where you like it. What else? I think that's about it, huh, Noel?
Yeah, he did. Set and forget.
Now, see, my mic gain is at 30. He said his is up there at 60?
Yeah, mine is at 53.
50.
All right, am I okay at 30, Noel? Is it plenty loud enough?
Yeah, why don't you crank it up and see what it does, Frank? And I'll filter one incidentally.
I think we did this maybe once, but okay, there's 53. I don't know if that made any difference or if that's too much.
You on the 991?
Yes, sir.
Well, you just got a lot louder. Change it up, bring it to 60.
Okay, there's 60. Hello, radio, audio, video, stereo. I hope we're not boring Greg. He looks kind of bored over there. I see you.
I'm watching a Dodger game. It's okay.
What's the score?
Who cares? The Dodgers suck.
Hey, they're the home team.
Yeah, I'm always interested because my wife likes them.
Okay, well, wow. Everybody's sounding good and they came up. So is 60 too much, Noel?
Give me a 5 count.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sure is driving the piss out of the amplifier.
Yeah, it is, but I wish you would turn your processor down a bit.
Oh, my God.
Plus 2 on your processor, and let's see what that sounds.
Okay, there's plus 2 on the processor. Hello, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Much better according to my ears. I like that. With your mic gain up, it makes you loud, but you're not as crunchy, and you still have a little bit of punch.
Okay, well, I could try 3.
I like 2 better.
All right, well, there's 3 because I already reached up and turned it. Okay, audio, video, stereo, KK6FR. How's that?
Set it to 2, please.
Okay, there's back at 2. We'll leave it at 2.
Much better. If you need to get punch through something, then you can set it to 3 or 4. Greg just walked away.
Okay, what was the gentleman's name in Huntington Beach? Let me write you down here.
Yeah, Mom Joe, N6YYO, November 6 Yankee, Yankee Oscar. I think we're boring somebody out there. I'm getting comments in the background.
Okay, well, that's part of getting a radio and having somebody help you set it up that knows what the heck they're doing. So, all right, we can. I think we're good enough. There's more to that radio, a lot more, but that got you sounding excellent.
Well, I thank you very much, KK6FR. What a big help you were, and I do appreciate it. And what was your first name again? I'm writing these all down.
Okay, name here is Frank. And that was Noel that did most of the audio adjustments, and that's Noel, N-O-6-E-L, Noel with a 6 stuck in the middle, as he says.
That's an awesome call sign. Okay, I'd work with it for another 20, 30 minutes with you, but we got somebody on the side that has an ID that's giving comments that they're not the happiest camper in the world listening to us.
Okay, well, tell them we're done. You set and forget, and I want to know if you're a musician.
Me? No. But I do appreciate all the help, and maybe next time you guys are on
awesome radio. Yeah, you sound 100 times better. And I agree, that mic you're on does sound very nice. So, okay, we'll let somebody else get in here. I'll listen for a little bit. KK6FR, DM14, or feeling like I'm feeling fine.
You're quite welcome, and you sound really good right now, and just leave it. Set and forget.
Thanks, Noel. Appreciate your help, and you too, Frank. N6YYO. I'm going to be with the family for a few minutes there. I'll be back.
And Frank will be Beethoven.
No, I'm Bach. You're Beethoven.
All right. I'll read you the night.
Do we have some bootleggers out there or something?
Where's Fred?
He's probably drinking a cup of coffee. K6EGG for ID.
Okay, did you hear Joe? Does he sound a whole lot better?
He does. Everybody sounds a little weird to me tonight. I think it's condition-wise. I know Keith sounds a little different than he normally does, and even Alex does. So it's hard to judge on something tonight for me.
Okay, well, you sound fine over here on the radio. You sound a little more bassy on YouTube, and when I was hearing myself on YouTube, I sounded a little off frequency, but I think we noticed that before, but I don't know what causes that or why, but anyway, you sound good here on the radio. That's what counts. KK6FR.
Right on my radio, you're right on frequency, Frank.
Yeah, you are too. I'm right at 250.00.
Roger, me too.
Hey, Frank.
Yeah.
I'm curious. This is HA60 in Apple Valley. I'm wondering, how is that new, what is that new
The
beam antenna?
sandbagger.
Long periodic, is it, you think, does it work pretty good?
So far, it's absolutely fantastic. I have that over on a different radio. I can't switch to it here on this one. I've got that one on the Yaesu FTM 300D. Yeah, FTM 300D. And I use that one for FM and digital. And it's working fantastic.
Okay, just kind of curious there how that would, I know log periodics are fantastic for, very wideband use, and I don't think their gain is really super high, but just the convenience of having one antenna that covers pretty much all the UHF, VHF bands is definitely a plus, I think.
The dB is 12 dBi.
I wish I could watch the chat now.
12 dBi of gain. So
apparently somebody was mad they were doing checks on the air tonight, which is what we do all the time, every night.
It's actually
Whatever.
Very
that
impressive
sucks.
for the size.
We're all here to help each other.
And did you get it up in the air as high as you wanted to?
Yeah, I sure did. Put it on top of an 8-foot fiberglass pole, 1.5-inch fiberglass pole on top of the metal pole, on top of the tower, on top of the roof. It's probably up there about good 40, 45 feet.
Oh, right. That sounds cool. Anyway, I'm talking to my son. He's driving home from Yorba Linda, and he's on the 15 freeway. And I've been talking to him simplex, and I don't know exactly where he is right now. He's running APRS, so I can see where he's located. But it seems like somebody is jamming on the APRS frequency. So his packets are not getting out as often as they normally would. And it seems like it's been doing that for about the last 3 or 4 days. So to me, I think probably there's somebody new who got a brand spanking new shiny APRS radio and probably has it set to beacon about every 2 seconds, which really messes everybody up.
Oh, that's a bummer. Yeah, I've never played with that yet, the APRS. Something repeater positioning system. Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it in action, but I have not had the opportunity to play with that.
Oh, it is really cool. especially because right now I'm at a website that's called APRS.FI, and it brings up a map, and you type in the call sign of anybody on the planet Earth. You put in their call sign, and you can search for them, and you can see exactly where they are and how fast they're traveling. It's a pretty cool, and plus it gives you all the traffic. Like I have it clicked on right now, traffic, and the traffic right now from the 15 all the way up to Apple Valley is clear. It's all green. So that's yeah, you should try it sometime, Frank. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I use an app similar to that. It's called Life 360. I don't know if you've ever heard of Life 360 on your phone. It does the same thing. If he's got it on there and you got it on there, then you can see where he's going, the traffic conditions. It gives miles per hour he's driving. It gives you exactly where he's at down to 1 foot. You can actually see him inside the grocery store and tell him which aisle he's on. It's pretty amazing. So our whole family is on Life 360 just so I can check my dad and me, a couple other family members, and that's really an awesome app. Free, totally free. You just, sign up, turn it on, whatever, and you send each other a request, and bingo, you're done. You never have to mess with it again. So, yeah, if you wanted one for the phone, just for him, and if you're having, issues or problems, you could go to Life 360 and see exactly where he's at and what he's doing.
That sounds interesting. I'll have to look that up and see how that is. Yeah, one of the cool things about APRS-FI is it gives your call sign, and every time he changes his radio frequency, it shows up on this map. So I know down in Yorba Linda, he starts out with the Big Bear repeater, and then I can see whenever he changes frequency to a simplex frequency, so I just follow him there and make contacts with him. Anyway, I'm going to jump out of here because I got to get back to him and talk to him. So 73s, I'll probably be back a little bit later this evening. K6EGG, AJ60.
Curtis.
Check out Life 360. It's quite an awesome app and does all of that stuff. You can just type in an address, and it'll show you how to get there, and it'll tell you when to turn, where to turn, how to turn. It's a killer app. So, and it's free. So, all right, 73 KK6FR.
AJ60, you still out there? K6EGG.
Yes, I am.
You watching YouTube right now?
Yes, I am.
I found a picture of you finally, dude. Here it is. You are there. There you are.
Yeah. What are they doing? Filling up sandbags or what?
That's a sandbagger right there.
Hey, well, that's me. Yep, that's my middle name. Sandbag. Woo.
That's a cool picture.
And I tried to call you yesterday when I was through the desert, and I didn't hear you come back. So I know you got to go talk to your son, but we'll chat later. K6EGG.
Okay, Greg. Yeah, your son's good up here in the high desert tonight. And Fred, yeah, I've been talking to him. He's been doing a lot of DStar on 145.670. I talked to him a few times there, and he's on 5.2. I heard him a little bit today on 2-meter sideband on this one. So I don't know what he's doing right now, but I'm sure he's out there listening. Anyway, I got to go. AJ60.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening.
K6CNF.
WA6QXA.
K6EGG.
KK6FR, still listening.
N3 EPA Mobile.
Keith, did I hear you?
You did. Keith here. How you doing?
Hey, how you been?
Actually, not that great. got a migraine headache on Saturday. It lasted kind of like a few days. This is the first day I've been on the radio since then.
Okay, well, I hope it gets better. I was been out of the state again for about 10 days.
Oh, vacation?
Yeah, well, technically I'm on permanent vacation. I'm retired, so I was traveling.
That's what I mean. You went on like a trip.
Hey, anybody new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'm normally in the chat with you guys, but unfortunately there's some server issues with YouTube, so I'm actually lucky I'm on right now. Thanks again for watching. Jump in, say hi, Ray. We heard you out there.
For 30, 40 years, bought a house in Park City up in the resort area.
Okay, yeah, I got some property in St. George, Utah.
It's kind of, he has a brand new housing development just as you cross into St. George from, I think, was it Arizona?
Oh, I think I know the area you're talking about, just south of downtown St. George, about maybe 5 miles or something.
Yeah, it's literally right off the 15 freeway.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. That's a nice area.
He lives in an HOA, incredibly strict. You can't park on the street. I don't think you can park in your driveway. You have to park in your garage. But it's a beautiful house and a beautiful area.
Yeah, when I was up there this last April, I was able to buy some of those green fiberglass poles from a guy. He was selling them really cheap, and he lives in that area. Same thing, HOA.
I might be jumping on some reflectors here in a little bit too as well.
And everything. It's pretty crazy. But he lives like, I think, right on the golf course, if I'm not mistaken, or real close to it.
On the opposite side of the 15, they were building a driving range. It's still being built, but I guess the neighbors are upset because the city council didn't tell them about it.
That's pretty crazy. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you had a good time. Sounds like you had a good time.
Oh, yeah. Definitely had a good time.
The weather is definitely cooling down in St. George. I keep it programmed on my phone, and it's not in the hundreds anymore.
When you say you have property, you mean you have a house up there or just empty land?
Yeah, actually, I have a rental property up there.
You going to retire there?
Possibility, or have it as a second home.
Yeah, Utah's beautiful. I've never been through it as much as I have. I've been to Salt Lake, but that's it. Very old school, old-fashioned, nice people, beautiful colors. It's really nice.
Did you bring your radio?
I did, but he lives in a ski resort area, and it's at 8,700 feet, so I was able to get out. I don't know if it was conditions or just that I was between the mountains.
Oh, awesome. All right, well, I'll scoot aside. It's a busy evening tonight with a lot of people, so I won't hog it. But good hearing from you, Dave.
USL, all righty, I'm standing by. K6EGG.
We even got Ray out here in the flesh, too.
Where's Ray?
Ray is here in Placentia, California, waiting to deliver tomorrow. N3 EPA Mobile.
Hey, Ray, Keith here, Long Beach, WA6QXA. You sound loud.
So do you. Nice to talk to you again, Keith.
Hey, you too. Welcome to Southern Cal again. You're in here for, I think, 24 hours?
Yeah, I got some deliveries to make tomorrow, and I'll be heading up to Salinas area to make my last delivery, reload there, and head back home. It's nice to be out. Southern California is my second home. I spend more time here than I do back in PA, so back to you.
Yeah, you're here, what, every other week, something like that?
Yeah, every other week, twice a month.
It's been kind of cool. I'm getting to hear you when you're like I think you were in New Mexico a couple days ago and so forth. Keeping track when you're out on the road is pretty nice.
Yeah, I even got a hold of Greg for when I was leaving the house. I think on this trip or last trip. I think it was this trip, leaving the house there on my way out.
Yeah, pretty good. Well, hey, safe travels out there, okay?
Yeah, I'll be back. Thanks, and I'll be listening too, N3 EPA.
WA6, Keith. We're on the site.
Hey, EPA, N6YYO, are you there?
Yeah, go ahead.
What part of PA you from?
I live near Scranton, PA, so I live in the Poconos there.
Roger. I'm originally from Philadelphia and Delaware counties.
About 120 miles north of Philly.
QSL, yeah, I'm familiar with that area. Just for Gina, are you out here visiting?
I didn't catch that. Try it again.
Are you out here visiting?
Oh, no, work. I'm an over-the-road truck driver. I do 2 loads a month out here to the West Coast.
Oh, okay, Roger. Yeah. My mom, I have her on the Lancaster repeater, W3 Romeo Romeo Romeo. She's an extra N3 Sugar Alpha.
Copy. Yeah, I don't get too many of the repeaters from down that area in my house there. I live too far away.
Oh, yeah, for sure. No, I just think because you were a trucker. Okay, hey, I just wanted to say hi because I heard somebody from my home state out there.
Very good. Well, hi. It's nice to talk to you. I did write down you are N6YYO. This is N3 EPA.
This is 73, God bless, N6YYO. Listening. And either Noel or Frank, Keith, or Greg, if you guys are out there, thank you so much for all your help.
Cool deal. I'm sorry you had to listen to that heckler out there, but this is what we do out here is try to help each other. So that kind of sucks.
Who's that speaking?
What's that?
Was that Greg speaking? I don't know the voices yet.
I'm sorry. Yeah, this is Greg, K6EGG.
No. And normally I don't even acknowledge them. If I don't hear a call sign, I will not acknowledge anyone just so that I think it's a bigger frustration.
I totally understand, dude.
So I got my band scope on. Let's see. I see something to the right of us a little bit. That is one good thing I heard about the Icom. If you touch one of the peaks that's on the audio or the radio spectrum, it'll put you on that frequency. That's kind of cool.
I've never actually used the spectrum on my 9700.
Yeah, I'm using it right now on this frequency. And let's see this. If I got it on a meg, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so it's 1 1/3 plus 250. That'd be 580-ish. So around 580. That would be, I guess. I don't know. Let's turn that up. See what that's like. Who that is, because it's a big solid signal, bigger than yours.
I think many people are bigger than me, bigger than mine.
Also a fellow Philadelphia, Scranton, and Oliphant.
I spent way too much time in Long Pond, Pennsylvania. That's all I know.
Philadelphia gentlemen, have you ever heard of Oliphant?
Yeah, it's not too far from my house there. It's up near Scranton, Wilkes-Barre area.
Yeah, definitely, Wilkes-Barre. It's been a while since I've been there, but all I remember is how cold it was.
Yeah, the cold is coming back. That's about 45 minutes from my house there.
Born and raised, my mom and dad's hometown.
And I was on the wrong frequency calling for you. Still there, Greg?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay, I'm a little off. It was some digital signal up there.
That's weird. I heard something on there, I think about a week ago, like 280, 281, something like that. I never figured out what it was or where it's coming from. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I gotta make up, like I got time for this. I want to make up, I'm using a mic stand from an INRAD that came with the, I got an INRAD desk mic and stand with the radio as well as the hand mic. But I wanted to use the Heil headset. So the Heil headset plugs right into the base of the INRAD base, so that I can just use the base to push to talk. But I want to make a push to talk here at the shack that's independent of that. I'd also like to make it with the up-down buttons and do all that stuff too. But that's easy to do. Just will I do it?
The good thing about that is you're the only one that can decide that.
Let's see what happened. Did you go off freak or did I?
You may have hit something. I did not change anything. And I have proof of my video here.
Okie doke. Then I'm back. How's this?
Yeah, no change there.
Okie dokie yokie. Oh, clarifier. How'd that get on? Oh, but it's at 0, so we're good.
Turn your flux capacitor up 90 degrees to the left.
I'm curious to see when I put my GP9 up on that tower, how it'll do compared to this tower. This is a smaller antenna at the rooftop. So I would be pleasantly surprised to see how I pick up Noel and Frank. How much better?
Maybe it'll be worse.
Well, how do you have me right now?
Is that Frank?
Yeah, Roger.
No, you sound edgy. I liked you before.
For those of you watching this stream, I can now see the chat, but I can only chat back in a alternative account. So if you see GAH, that's me. That's Greg, Alicia, and Haley. That's my family.
Is that you, Greg?
Me what?
Given this test. No, it's not. Yours is a lot stronger.
I'm on video. I have proof if you guys see me like bootleg or anything like that.
Oh, not bootleg. I just thought it was you saying how now, but you're much stronger than whoever that other gentleman is.
Who's that in there? 6YO.
Are you referring to me?
Yeah, I don't know the voices yet.
Kilo Mike 6 CNF, Dave out of Long Beach.
KM6 what?
Kilo Mike 6 Charlie November Fox. Thought last night all my antennas are going to blow down.
So, as I was saying, I can chat in the chat now. I can see your chat in there, Don. Yeah, thank you for your. I can't see it. There it goes. Your kind words there. Yeah. That's a crazy cancer, man. He found out like a month ago or so. I talked to him probably about 3 weeks ago, and he went away. Just like that. They even put him on TV tonight, which is pretty cool. On the baseball game. His pitcher, at least.
I didn't lose one, but I think somebody else.
So now I can chat, jump in, say hi. I see Frank in there. I see Andy. I don't know if you're still watching. It's very early in the morning over there.
Your audio sounds awesome tonight.
Why, thank you, Keith.
Sounds like the best I think I've ever heard. It sounds really good.
Everybody to me tonight sounds weird. not weird personally, but the audio sounds weird, like some weird conditions going on. So.
Dave's up 50, and I have, oh shoot, who's the other guy? Down 5. So they're like 55 off according to my radio. One's up 50, one's down 5.
Are we on 250?
There you go. I'm on 249.95, plus 50 to get you. Then we get you 50.5.
And he went bye-bye. I can barely hear him now.
You got something going on with your audio. You sound muffled and there's a loud buzz.
There's a buzz? Oh, yeah. Wait a second.
Okay.
Yeah, quit using that clarifier. Just tune us in.
Ah, that sounds horrible.
Did you say your wife was using a vacuum? Yeah, there's like a...
I'm not sure if you're hearing the, here, I'll tell you what. I'm not sure if you're hearing that or the vacuum cleaner in the background, but I did hear a hum for a second, but I don't hear it now.
Yeah, it's gone now.
Yeah, it's probably because I have the push-to-talk in a precarious position here.
And I do not hear a vacuum.
Well, that's because you cannot hear in a vacuum.
Good point.
I'm sorry I had to say it. And I've misspoken. I'm transmitting on 249.95. I'm listening on 250.50 for you. And you sound great.
Comment.
Go ahead.
Turn off the RIT or the clarifier and just tune us in. QSM.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I'll do that. That's what I was saying I was going to do, but then we got on that story about the whole 9 yards thing. Hold on.
Hello, Alex.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you? Hope all's calmed down and everything's taken care of?
Well, not quite taken care of. We had a taken the time for some taken care of it. Just certificate. Finally got it. Mortician is here today.
A mortician? He's been there all this time?
Yeah, he's been over there a couple. Real late. Are there charges for that?
Oh, absolutely. I used it for my father. I thought you meant he was at your house, Tom. I said, oh, okay.
Yeah, well, stepfather had 5 prior owner. 5.
Yeah, copy that. Hey, did you play the guitar with 2 other gentlemen and something about your mojo?
Yeah, that was the Mini Big Rib Band, one guy on the right. That was my group about 10, 15 years ago. It's called Solo Group. Some of the television spots along these videos.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I was showing it a buddy of mine, Park City, he's a guitar player. He was lovely.
Yeah, well, you didn't know who called the guy who was playing the slide guitar. That was Rob Barr, Mini Big Rib Band,
the guy on your right or left? I'm looking at it on the right.
Your right, my left.
Yeah, the older dude, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think he knew who that was, but you guys sure sounded good.
Yeah, well, thanks for the time. Rock House today, right here.
I'm sorry to hear that. That was a good band.
Yeah, we did played a lot of benefits and raised money for the homeless, and the Tribute Foundation. They always gave us, when you're old and money, we paid money.
You're never too old to be paid money.
Comment?
And that business got to be pretty a little bit of inspection and all that.
Yeah. I'm not sure about that, looking at some of the today's bands. Go ahead, Greg.
I'm I'm going to queue his fly over to reflector 70 Charlie. AJ6BE wants to try out his hotspot, so I'll be back.
Oh my goodness. The band was very noisy tonight. Let's see if we get Andy in here.
AJ6BE, K6EGG.
So Andy, AJ6BE, just got a new hotspot. He was texting me. Wanted to give it a try. I don't think I see him. I don't think I see him in here yet. Andy, if you're watching YouTube, just use the big wheel to move it here. Just make sure you have the 2 highlighted. And I can go here. Excuse me, here. To see that I actually went on. I could see myself here. Maybe Ray will pop up with us. You can actually see where I'm at right now. Oh, I'm at home. Hey, you can see my house. Trash can's out in front. So you guys watching on YouTube right now? AJ6BE hopefully will be making his first contact with his DStar hotspot. And for those who are watching on YouTube, if you want to jump over to reflector 70 Charlie, 70 Charlie, feel free to jump in here.
K6EGG, this is K6EGG.
Oh boy, we had a sandbagger in there. Welcome in.
Yeah, I decided to take a break from watching the Dodgers game. I can't take all that excitement for that long.
Yeah, 4 hours of excitement can really put a toll on you.
Yeah, especially after last night. I mean, last night was the first full game I watched in a long time, and watching those balls get blown back in the stadium by the wind wasn't any fun.
I hate when Mother Nature plays with the Dodger balls.
I never quite heard it said that way, but yeah, you're right.
Well, it's good to hear you in here. Andy AJ6BE is in the final steps of making his new hotspot work, so I'm patiently awaiting his arrival here on this reflector.
All right, very good, very good. How's your hotspot doing? All copacetic and got everything all programmed and ready to go?
Yes, I do. I got the what's it called? The other hotspot. I bought a second hotspot for the car. I had it going yesterday. In fact, I was driving around the middle of the Mojave Desert yesterday, and I talked to somebody in the UK by I think when I was on Reflector 30. So really enjoying it. Although for some reason my what's it called? Wi-Fi keeps dropping off of my phone. So I don't know what the deal is with that. I got to figure out that. But that's I think is a phone problem.
Hey, by the way, on Wednesday night at 6 o'clock, I'm sorry, 6 o'clock our time here on the West Coast, they have a picture net on Reflector 55 Delta. Have I ever talked to you about that before?
I think you have. I didn't know there was a Delta reflector. What time is it? So you said 6 o'clock our time or 3 o'clock our time?
It's 6 o'clock our time, 6 o'clock West Coast time. So, yeah, I've been in there a couple of times. I missed it last week, I believe. But yeah, 6 o'clock our time. So, yeah, they sent some pictures around. It was pretty interesting. Yeah, it was pretty interesting. I think this will be the fourth week they've had it. Back over to you, K6EGG.
I hope there weren't any surprises on those pictures. I know some people can get a little overzealous with that stuff. So that's a cool deal. I think I got some plans tomorrow night. I got something going on tomorrow night, and I can't remember what it is. But I'll definitely write that down, and that's 30... I'm sorry, say it again. It's something David?
Yeah, it's Reflector 55 Delta. And if you look on the DStar info page, that thing is listed as Beta/DRAS. So, yeah. And I didn't see anything that was bad, but I'll just say that, you know, cars and other things that old men are interested in, you know, were the most popular subjects.
Cool deal. I got it written down. I guess Andy is texting me. Looks like he might be having some issues, unfortunately. I wonder if he can connect directly to the repeater. One second. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back here. I just wanted to double check something and see if we were going through the repeater too.
Well, since we're hooked up to the repeater, you should, hopefully you'll be able to hit that and just get on the reflector.
Yeah, maybe we can talk him into any type of problem he has. And I don't know if you're watching YouTube, but I have the VFO, my other VFO on the I'm sorry, I'm hearing an echo in my ear too. On the repeater that this reflector is tied to.
Can I make it through that?
Welcome aboard.
Yeah, but I'm cheating. I'm using yours.
You're cheating, you're using yours. What do you mean by that?
I'm going through your hotspot.
How are you going through my hotspot?
I'm close enough and I'm using your input.
Really? I'm surprised you'd be able to pick that up that far away. Or you're getting into it.
Yeah, AJ6B. I'm getting into yours and I'm listening online. That's why there's such a delay.
Wow, you must be running full power. This thing's like on my desk next to my computer. Oh, strange stuff.
Well, the interesting part is my radio must be not quite set up right. I'm not sure why I can't hear you guys on it. I'll have to talk to you offline at some point, try to figure it out. But do you have to link it up first and then go to CQ, or how does that part work?
Gabe, you might want to jump in here. I don't see you on my hotspot here at all, which is even more weird.
I can hear you talking, and I imagine you're talking to somebody, but I can't hear the other person. I can't hear AJ6BE, whatever that call sign was.
You're coming in off my antenna. That's what you're doing.
Through the radio, then through the spot, or what?
You're talking into I hear you on the radio. You're not going through my hotspot at all because Gabe can't hear you at all.
Oh, copy. Simplex. Gotcha.
And it looks like looks like the repeater's up. Do you want to jump on the repeater and maybe Gabe can give you a hand with this? Because I don't know where you're at on it, to be honest with you, and I am not that good with it. Did I lose you there? Gabe, are you still there?
Still here.
So I guess Andy was hitting me just with a. Oh man, I got an echo for some reason. I was hearing him on simplex, but he wasn't going through my hotspot.
So were you hearing him on the 2-meter or the 440 side?
I was actually hearing him simplex. He dialed up my reflector frequency, or I'm sorry, my hotspot frequency, and I was hearing him through that way.
Because what could have been? Okay, so he was transmitting like with 10 or 20 watts on your reflector, on your hotspot simplex frequency, and that's how you're able to hear him. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, he thought he was going through my what's it called? Through my reflector, but I'm looking up on my man, I got an echo again. My hotspot's info, and I didn't see him pop up, and then that's when I figured out that he was going through the just a simplex frequency. I was hearing him on my receive.
Okay, yeah, turn the volume all the way down on one of those channels, on one of those two channels, because you're receiving both signals, the same signal on both channels.
Yeah, I got to actually unplug it. I'm hearing it in my ear all the time.
Okay. Anyway, so let me just look at the Dodger sky. They're still winning 5-1. Bottom of the
Yes, they are. I'm just talking to you through the repeater now.
Gotcha, coming through loud and clear. The audio quality didn't change from the hotspot to the repeater.
It did not really on my end either.
The quality can be the same. The audio quality can be the same.
Okay, I'm back on the reflector here. Do you have me on the reflector now?
Loud and clear. Can't tell the difference.
Interesting stuff. Cool deal. Yeah, I got to play with this in my car a little bit more. I got to get that thing set up correctly.
Have you been driving around much? To check it out, just do a couple of different things.
I did. I actually drove up to Victorville yesterday, and I was going to go check out all the airplanes that are in storage, which turned out to be a really bad idea because the weather out there was extremely horrible, like 70 mile an hour, 60 mile an hour winds, and blowing dust, and a little bit of rain actually.
Yeah, this one ham that I know, a local guy, K6EGG, he was coming back from vacation yesterday, and I think he was on the 395 and took the 14 to the 5. But he was saying that there were a couple of RVs that got blown over by all that wind. I mean, because those gusts were really sudden. Yeah, that's the worst wind. I mean, high-speed winds is one thing, but when the gusts are really fast, they happen all of a sudden, that's really bad. K6EGG.
Yeah, and that's exactly what was happening with me. I drove I drove up there and it was fine. Actually, I was talking to AJ6B going up the hill. I got into Victorville and went down the hill into the airport there, Victorville Airport, and then like this brownish gray cloud of dust I drove into, and I couldn't like see more than probably a couple hundred feet in front of me. Then it kind of cleared up. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go up to Barstow and grab something to eat. I just wanted to do some driving and get out of the house for a little bit. Got up there, it was fine, and then I noticed a bunch of trucks started pulling into the truck stop I was eating at. I was at the Love's truck stop up in Barstow, and I talked to one of the guys. Looks like Andy's having some trouble still. And they said, yeah, we're all pulling out the highway right now. It's getting too bad. And I jumped on the freeway right after because I wanted to get home. I didn't want to get stuck there for all day. And it was bad. It was a sudden gust, just like you mentioned.
Yeah, hey, do you think it'd be a good idea if he's got the same hotspot that you have, so maybe if you showed your memories on the memories on the screen, maybe that would give him an idea on how to program his hotspot, at least to get into the reflector?
Actually, he threw up the white flag for this evening. I think he's going to head to bed now. But definitely going to I'm going to be around on Thursday. I did share some pictures with him, I believe. I think it might be radio related now. He was sending me a picture of his radio.
Roger, roger. If he's listening, there might be some videos on YouTube of how to program that up, so I just thought.
Looks like it's a different hotspot than I have. He has a Zoom spot, it looked like he said.
Yeah, those are the ones that HRO sells, yeah. And he's probably got a Pi Star with that, too.
Yeah, those ones have a nice display. And real quick, it looks like we got about 14 or 15 people watching right now on YouTube. If anybody out there watching on YouTube that has DStar capabilities, we're on reflector 70 Charlie. 70 Charlie. Jump in, say hi. Love to hear from you. I'm sure Gabe out here would love to hear from you as well.
N3 EPA lurking.
We got a lurker.
Bill's funny.
Did you see when I put the picture up of the sandbags for Curtis?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that was funny too.
It is 9 p.m.
And I think I tried calling you yesterday on Reflector 12 when I was on my hotspot. Me and Gabe were just talking about yesterday. I didn't hear you come back to me yesterday, though.
Miles northeast of Scranton.
I'm sorry I keyed over you guys. I double with you, Ray.
There too, but sorry about that. Yeah, I think I come back. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah. About 26 miles northeast of Scranton. Okay, very good, very good. Yes, that's not too far away from the Jersey line. I've been there once before. What type of radio, what type of rig you're running tonight? It's 9700 in my mobile here. I have a 9700 and a 7300 in the truck with me.
Ray and I are only 16 miles apart. Pretty cool stuff. Normally it's like 2,000 miles
killer
apart.
setup for mobile.
K06N.
Yeah, it is.
Highway. There's a guy I talked to back home in PA. Always at least make a contact or two during every day, no matter where I'm at there. So.
It would have been nice if that 7300 had DStar capability. I've had a couple of DStar HF contacts, and it's really nice when it's coming in. It's really nice, and hopefully with the bands getting better, since we're on the upward trend in the sunspot cycle. Hopefully there'll be some good DX. There's a CQ-DX contest on the 30th of this month, so I'm looking forward to operating there and getting some new countries, at least for some of the bands. I'm trying to work towards my DXCC on 20 meters. So back over to you.
I am hearing a lot more DX in the truck than I ever have before. I actually made a 12-meter contact into Northern Ireland, which was pretty good the other day, and had a couple of pretty decent long-distance DX there. For mobile, I think 100 watts and screwdriver antenna, I do pretty good.
Yeah, I would consider the screwdriver to be the antenna of choice for mobile. You can basically tune that to any frequency you want with a one-to-one SWR, so that's great. That sounds like a really great setup. I got a little Ford truck, a Ford Escape, and I can't put a 97 or a 73 in it, but I've got a 7100 in it, so that's pretty good though. And yeah, it sounds like you got a great setup there. It really sounds good.
The 7100 would have been my second choice, but I had the 7300 at home, and it was just sitting on the desk when I was at work, so I decided to put it in the truck and buy the antenna and use it. I'd rather use it than let it sit there and collect dust. And the 9700 was just something I wanted, so yeah, I had to work for that one. But next year I am going to upgrade my antenna and add an amplifier for the 7300. So next year I'll be doing a lot better than I am this year. N3 EPA, and back to you.
Well, it definitely ought to be good timing. Last time I checked, the sunspot cycle was up to 30, so it'll be probably a little bit higher next year. So man, when the DX is coming in, you'll have an upgraded system. That'll be pretty good. Alrighty. Well, does anybody else want to join in on the conversation here on Reflector 70 Charlie?
AJ60.
The Sandbagger and the Lurker are together.
Howdy, Ray. It sounded good. You must be pretty close to me because according to the GPS thing, you are like, I don't remember 76 miles from me. So you must be in California. Yes, sir, Curtis. I am in Placentia. I guess that's how you say that. Down here, I don't even know what I'm by, but that's where I'm at, I think. Okay, I just didn't want to make sure that my GPS wasn't lying to me. Of course, you get around town quite often. Anyway, good evening, Ray, Gabe, and Greg. I'm wondering, I was listening to Reflector 30 Charlie, I think it was Saturday night, and I guess they have a group of guys that get on there at 7 p.m. Eastern time, and they use 30 Charlie as like their gathering place. And they have the control operator comes on. He says, "Okay, everybody, let's go to 6 meters and let's go to like 50.200, and we're going to try to make contact with each other. DStar HF." And then they do that, and when after, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes, they come back and say, "Okay, guys, now we're going to, 10 meters," and he gives a frequency, and then they all take off, and they try to make contact on 10 meters, DStar. And they go through all the HF bands until they get to 80 meters, and they do the same thing, and I guess they do that on Sunday nights, too. I'm just wondering if you've ever heard those guys on before.
Yeah, I've heard them. I've participated in that net a couple of times. And if you go to the DStar website, the DStar Info website, they talk about, I go to the nets. There's one of those green buttons. They talk about, there's a net green button. And you touch that and they talk about that. But yeah, I've participated in that a couple of times. Yeah, they do it Saturday at 7 p.m., Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. This is all Eastern Time. And then it's Saturday at 7 p.m., Sunday at 10 a.m., and Sunday at 7 p.m. So they do that, and they go from 6 meters all the way up to 75. And then also they'll, several of the main operators, I guess I could call them that, they'll compare notes to see who they hear. In fact, this one time I was on there, I think it was 20 meters or 6 or 17 meters. This was a couple of years ago. They said it was the first time I heard somebody on that band from California, so it's pretty interesting. And I would have checked into that a little bit more because as the bands get better, it should be a little bit more interesting. K6EGG.
Yeah, I just thought I'd mention that. I found that very interesting. Of course, I'm still relatively new to DStar. I know Fred. I told Fred about it because I know he wants to do DStar HF, but he does not have a radio that'll do DStar HF. I think there's only like 4 or 5 that are made. Of course, the 7100 is probably the newest one, and so that's interesting. If I had a DStar radio that was capable of doing HF, I would be trying that out too. But I know that if you try to run an amplifier on DStar HF, man, it's going to be really hard on the amplifier because that's pretty much 100% duty cycle when you're transmitting.
It's probably a little tougher, but DStar FM, it's got like about half the bandwidth of FM. I think it's a 6.5 megahertz bandwidth, where FM, if you do it wide open, it's like 10.5, I think, for ham radio. But yeah, but I don't see any reason why you couldn't do it as long as that amp was good. It should run. It should run really good. Here's the thing.
Okay. So somebody else take it. I'm going to turn it off pretty quick here. I'm watching a movie on Disney Plus. It's called Among the Stars. And it's a documentary about all the astronauts in the last, I don't know, maybe 6-7 years and how they prepare. And then they take off in a rocket and go to the International Space Station and do all these EVAs outside the station. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty good show. I know Greg likes that kind of stuff. He likes outer space, which I do too. And I think tomorrow, William Shatner of Star Trek, I think he's going up in Blue Origin
to have 10 minutes of fame in outer space. And I think that launch is tomorrow, so it's going to be, I'm going to watch that and see what happens. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, I'm going to jump out here and take a listen for a little bit. AJ60. Yeah, I wonder what type of background music they're going to be playing while they're lifting off. You know what? I wouldn't doubt that. They probably would be playing the theme song to Star Trek when they lift off. Anyway, back to you, Ray. I'm assuming you're probably done for the night and you ain't traveling nowhere. You're just kicking back and playing radio fun stuff.
I sure am. Yeah, I'm at my delivery for tomorrow. But, yeah, hey, it was good to hear you, Curtis. Again, as always. I got a GPS from my 9700. That's why you're getting my distance now. I got that all working and online there. So, but, yeah, it's always nice and a pleasure to talk to you.
Believe it or not, I've heard you many times on different DStar reflectors and stuff. That's pretty cool. It's a pretty neat thing. Yeah, it'll be interesting when you get a new amplifier for your truck. Oh, boy, yeah, you are definitely high tech there with all that cool stuff. And you know what? I'd be doing exactly the same thing. Except I'm retired and I don't like traveling nowhere. Now, I don't even like driving down the Cajon Pass. It's just, boy, I really dislike traffic. Anyway, I'm out of here. I'm going to turn this thing off and go watch my Amongst the Stars series on Disney Plus. So talk to you guys later. Good night, Gabe and Greg. I see you have left the premises at the moment. And you too, Ray. AJ60 going that way.
Well, I swallowed wrong, and I don't know if I'm going to stop coughing here or not.
Yeah, those things happen from time to time. Yeah, my mouth is getting pretty dry. Water is empty, so gosh, I'll have to make a run downstairs soon. But anyway, yeah, it was good meeting you on the reflector there, Ray. Yeah, I usually monitor a nearby repeater here that's on reflector 14 Charlie. And that reflector isn't that busy, but it's got some pretty interesting hams on it.
I switch back and forth, 30 Charlie, 12 Alpha, whatever's got any action going. Like if it's like late at night or 30 Charlie's usually pretty busy. Sometimes during the day I'll catch somebody on 12 Alpha there, but I switch around because I got the hotspot there. But it's a lot of fun. So, and pre-EPA.
Sounds good. Yeah, I wonder what the heck Greg is doing. I mean, he's running around like crazy in this shack. Well, there he goes. He's putting his headphones on. Hey, Greg, we were just talking about you.
I hope it was good things. And I got to hit up AJ60. I called your name probably, and your call letters probably about 50 times running through the Mojave Desert yesterday.
Yeah, he may have turned the radio off, Greg. I think you just missed him.
Oh, bummer. Did he go to bed for the night?
Yeah, that's right. He said he was pulling the plug and hitting the hay.
Okay, a bummer. I'll have to hit him up next time I go through there. I went up to Victorville and stuff. I think I mentioned it quickly or fast a couple. Sorry, tired. On 144 250. By the way, Ray, this is the closest I think we've been to each other. It's 16 miles away. You're only about 20 minutes away from me right now.
Yeah, I saw that. Yes, and I also, when I come through Ava Valley, I call for Curtis, and I never get him to answer.
I bet you he's still listening. He's a sandbagger like that. I did talk to him all the way to Barstow once, and then the next 2 days later, when I was coming back from Vegas, I heard him. I talked to him all the way basically from Barstow all the way almost home.
Fred, KN6OS is another one. I haven't heard from him, and I couldn't tell you how long it's since I heard from Fred.
I would agree. I don't think I've talked to him probably since baseball, and that was probably about 2 weeks ago for me. So, yeah, that's another one I haven't talked to.
I heard him on the radio the other day. I talked to him real quickly. He was on sideband. I think it was Saturday, maybe, but yeah, he's been a little quiet lately.
I got him my last trip out here. I was on my way to Santa Barbara, and I gave a call on sideband. He actually come back on DStar to answer me, but yeah, I finally got. I did talk to him for a few minutes there about 2 weeks ago.
And Keith, sorry, Ray, we could probably talk DStar Simplex. Obviously, we talked sideband Simplex. You're literally just over the hill from me. If you look at those hills over to the west, pardon me, to the northeast of you, I'm just on the other side of those.
Yeah, I think I've seen them come in there. Yeah, I could probably definitely do that. I've done the DStar Simplex there with Fred and Keith, I think, was down here too.
And by the way, what time are you leaving in the morning? Because I'm going to be right by your place where you're at right now tomorrow morning.
We will start unloading about 6:30 in the morning. It might take about an hour, a half hour, 45 minutes, somewhere in that area to unload. And then I head over to La Mirada. I got one case to deliver there, in and out, and then I head to Carson. So I don't know exactly when I'll be leaving here.
Sounds like you might be out of there before I head down there. Probably the earliest I'll be down there is like 10:30.
Yeah, I'm hoping to be over in Carson and actually on my way up to Marina, heading that way by then.
You might have to get a California's driver's license since you're out here so much.
I spend more time on the West Coast than I do at home. This trip home, I spent less than 10 hours at my house.
I think you were chatting with us when you were at home, too, because I was sitting there eating an ice cream, I remember. That's where the lurker came up.
Yeah, yes.
Well, one of these days, if we're close to each other, I'd love to meet up with you if you're right there. Yeah, I mean, right now, you're about as close as you're going to be for a while, but unfortunately, it's getting a little late for me.
Yeah, I'm going to have to shut it down here. I got to be up early, make my breakfast, and be ready to go when those guys get here.
Copy that. Do you eat breakfast and everything inside your tractor there?
Yes, I save a lot of money. I can go from Pennsylvania out here and make all my deliveries and home again without spending a dime out of my pocket.
That's beautiful. That means early retirement.
Now that's more money for the wife to spend. That's what that is. I don't even know what I make. I don't see the checks. She takes care of everything. But I get a fresh breakfast, scrambled eggs, turkey sausage, and a hash brown, and a cup of orange juice every day. I do fresh salads for like the first 3 days. That's head of lettuce and all the fixings for a good salad. And then I have some frozen meals, homemade meals that I bring in that last me the whole trip.
That's definitely a healthy thing to do.
Yeah, I need to eat better myself.
I cook, and it does save a lot of money. So
it also helps cut down on the amount of calories because you know what you're eating. You prepare the meals, and sometimes when you walk into a truck stop or a diner, I mean, you order something and then you wind up eating the whole thing.
yeah, those are old pictures on there. That one of the truck that's with the 7300 in it, but. Eating it. I had a bout with pancreatitis about 2 years ago, and I don't want to go back through that. So now I have a low-fat diet, and I got to watch what I eat so I don't end up back in the hospital. But been doing pretty good since. So it is better to bring your stuff from home and eat a little healthier.
Sounds good. Hey, I'm going to cut out of here. I'm going to go watch. I guess we're in the 8th inning now. Dodgers are still winning, so I'm going to try and watch the end of the game. So I'll keep my fingers and toes crossed for the next half hour or so.
Okay, well, it's nice talking to you. This is N3 EPA 73, so we'll definitely be doing it again.
All right, Gabe and Ray. Yeah, and Ray, tomorrow if you're trucking around Southern California, just listen to Reflector 12 Alpha. I might jump on there on the way into work. So love to hear from you. Have a good drop tomorrow morning, and I'll probably talk to you in the next couple of days. This is Greg, K6EGG.
Okay, Greg, have a good night. I'm going to shut it off here. N3 EPA is clear. Good night.
Hey, and anybody watching on YouTube right now, feel free to jump in and say hi in the Reflector 30. Sorry, Reflector 70 Charlie. 70 Charlie. I'll stay here for a few more minutes. If not, I'll go over back to sideband real quick. Anybody new to the channel, please do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Would love to get some more subscribers. I'm not going to try to sell anything. I don't want to put ads up or anything like that. Just a little thing, a little hobby that I'm trying to grow a little bit here. So much appreciated if you could help me out. And I'm watching a Dodger game right now. You know what? I might go to Reflector 30.
We're leaving you out. Pick it up, Tom.
I'm on Reflector 30 right now.
Yeah, well, that's nice.
Excuse me.
Have a flex radio at home.
And watching Dodgers.
Work up. Now I think my next project would be, if things go all right, I think I want to put up a
heck of a
DStar repeater. To find out how much data it uses. Of course, it's going to depend on how much use, yes, but I want to find out what how much data it would use. I'll have it so anyone at the local club back home can connect to
so the top of the eighth inning right now, watching a Dodger game.
As long as they put it back where they found it, will be the only condition. So, I think that's my next project. Back to you, Frank.
K7BDS. If you get one of those repeaters, you got a high place you can put it up there somewhere?
Looks like that's Frank from Kentucky. I don't think I've talked to him.
We got the mountain, Luke's Mountain there, right, not far from me, and then, what's the other mountain there? We got a couple mountains around home there.
Looks like the Giants got to run.
K7BDS.
K.
It's a good range out of it. If you get high enough, you can get 30 or 40 mile range out of it, probably. K7BDS will comment. Right here for the comment. Hello, fellas. My name is Dave here, and I'm in Medford, or actually Phoenix, Oregon, which is about 24 miles north of California. And I am a repeater owner for DStar, and my repeater's up on a mountaintop that I am been kind of strategically put a gateway at my house, and I'm using ubiquity radios to transfer the internet to the repeater on the mountain. And I would say that the data that the DStar uses is extremely minimal.
Yeah, you can use it through your hotspot. That's what I'm doing. Or I mean, your.
Well, that's why I want to, because I live in Moncton, New Brunswick now. And I don't know if you got a map there or can bring up a map on your laptop. The closest DStar repeater, and I don't think it's hooked to the internet. I don't think it's a gateway or connected to the internet. But the closest DStar repeater is in Halifax. So, and I fail to see the use of just a DStar repeater, and it's not connected to the internet. It's.
And he has a good point.
If you don't have it.
Very good point.
Linked to the internet. So that.
Anybody watching out there? I'm on reflector 30 Charlie right now. 30 Charlie.
Hopefully my next project.
And watching the Dodger game.
So I would like to add to that. Icom is coming out with a new repeater set. I don't know if it's officially
going to
been
lose the feed
released
for
in
just
the
a
US
second
yet,
here, guys.
But the new repeater would have.
Sorry, doing an update on my hotspot real quick. The display is not working for some reason, and I don't know why. I do not know why. I do not know why. Nobody wanted to join me anyways. Wow, this is booting up.
Yeah, I mean, we had 40, 50 mile an hour winds. Yeah, that's pretty intense. So, at any rate, a couple of them broke off. I'll have to just, fix it. But I still got, I don't know, maybe 8 or 9 up there still. So, but there's about 3 of them I need to fix.
I have moved back to sideband because the update is going longer than I thought.
Link to REF012 Alpha.
And the DCS systems, but the problem with here is that the repeaters, while they're here, there's not very many of them that are active, and so there's a lot of competition to get on a repeater, and that's why I got the OpenSpot 3. Got kind of tired of competing, and also it's just a little bit. I have line of sight problem here with the mountains, so it's easier for me to use the OpenSpot. Back to you.
I don't know if it's back to me or not, so I'll take it for a moment. Together a Raspberry Pi with a dual duplex hat, and fought pretty good with the guy after I got it, and finally got it working. Talking through it now as my provider.
No, it does not.
Oh, so you can't do that. I was going to have you list that frequency. I found a couple of these frequencies out there. These are going to get real crazy.
Yeah, no, I don't. I have it on an HF switch.
Anyway, I sure like that radio, the way that thing sounds out. I know you went through a lot of trial and errors to get it all dialed in, but boy, I tell you, that thing sounds good now.
Well, that's good. Thanks, man. Yeah. And I'm liking that new FTDX10 too. It's pretty cool radio.
Well, yeah, that's quite a radio.
Yeah, I'm still trying to, I'm getting around on it pretty well, but I'm still wanting to, get better at it.
40 was open today on it.
Yeah, I was working on, when I got home from work, I started working on my antenna situation all afternoon. I just finally got on here about 6 o'clock, So I
hadn't been on the radio, like I said, since Saturday morning.
All the wires, did they fall down the yard or went to the neighbor's yard?
No, they just kind of fell on the roof. They didn't blow all over the place.
Are you going to do it different this time?
The reason they didn't blow all over the place is because they were taped down to the guide wire, so so they were still attached to the guide wires. You know what I mean?
Good thing you taped them down.
Yeah. But I'll repair it. I'll get to it. All right, I'll have to check it out. Hey, I think Greg came back. Hey, Greg, how's it going, man?
Good. We're just helping. I have my amplifier off, by the way. Just helping out, trying to help out Andy, trying to get his DStar going, but seems like he's having some issues still, and he flew up the white flag up and gave up on it for this evening. So we stayed on 70 Charlie DStar for a few minutes, and AJ60 and Ray N3 EPA jumped in with us, and he was actually looking for Fred too.
Who was? Ray was?
Yeah, he hadn't heard him for a while. I haven't heard Fred in a while. This is the first time I heard Fred in like 2 weeks.
Who's weak?
Greg. My amplifier's not on.
Are you hearing real good there, Keith?
I hear him okay. Yeah, he says he doesn't have his amp on right now. He's just going barefoot. But the conditions are kind of wacky.
Oh, that's why he's not as loud. Okay.
Why? Oh, there you go. Do you hear that? Fred's, what's his name? The trucker's in town, Ray. He's looking for you.
Oh, the trucker's in town?
I actually spoke to him. He was on this frequency earlier this evening. I got to speak to him for a few minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard him too. You all running.
There you go.
So that's what he did.
Well, he owes me a trailer full of bathroom good, whatever he's got.
He's hanging over in Placentia tonight.
Well, that's not very far. I was there in Placentia today.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was looking at a new hot tub.
There you go.
No hot tubs where I'm at, N3 EPA.
There he is.
There he is! Where are you out there, Ray?
I'm lurking. I'm out here lurking. Yeah, I was supposed to go to bed, but I heard you on here, so I was patiently waiting for the chance to take a break there to talk to you there, Fred. N3 EPA.
Well, you know that. You gotta just break in here. You know that.
No. When you're having a conversation about antennas, I'm not going to break up the momentum of that conversation just to say hi. I'll wait. I'm patient.
Now, my question to you is, you find an antenna you can put on the truck there? We talked about it for 75 meters.
Yes, I'm going to be upgrading a lot of stuff next year. I'm going to be getting a bigger Tar Heel antenna, and I'm going to be buying a amplifier as well next year.
Oh, what amplifier for HF?
Yes, the 500-watt Ameritron solid state amplifier for the mobile.
Oh, yeah, get some remote control kits they make for it.
I am. When I buy everything, I'm going to buy everything at one time and have it all together there.
Oh, yeah, I got that amplifier.
Is that the 600?
Yeah.
It's the 500.
Well, 500, 600, yeah, Ameritron. Mobile.
And I'm also looking into getting the M-squared loop for 2-meter sideband.
Oh, that's good. Anyway, when you buy that Ameritron, they do have a kit that you got to buy. It don't come with it. Maybe the new one's got it. My old one is for 10 meters.
Now, you have to buy that separate for 12 and 10 meters. Yes, it comes in one package for the two, but yeah, you have to buy that separate.
Yeah, I got that kit. You have to provide your ham license, your call sign before they sell it to you. They're worried about the 11-meter guys getting a hold of that stuff.
Right. Well, anyway, you got that 9700 working pretty good now.
Yes, and I think when I add the loop for the 2-meter sideband, and if it works good, or if it doesn't work good, I can add the second one. It's 8 dB gain with 2 of them stacked there.
I'm for sure I would have single one, but within a week or two, I ran a stack on a truck. I'm telling you, go stack on a truck. What a difference. Your receive will come way up.
That's what I need, because what I found out with this radio in the truck, I transmit a lot further than I receive. I got a repeater back home that I get into full quieting, but at a certain distance away I can't hear it. So yeah, I know it. I got to work on that.
I went out in the Dodger game.
I've tried it both ways with that repeater. It's the same going both ways. So yeah, I know it puts out more than it receives. I think it's the antenna I have too. So.
I know what it is. What kind of truck you driving? Freeliner?
Yes, sir. Freeliner Cascadia.
That's it. Get a Peterbilt. You'll receive better.
I take what the company gives me. N3 EPA.
That's just a truck joke. That's a truck joke. You gotta drive a Peterbilt.
Yeah. I'd rather put more money in my pocket than look good. That's what I'd rather do.
Hey, Keith, go ahead and talk to Ray. I'm gonna go downstairs and get that coax switch. I'm gonna send you a picture of that thing.
Actually, I'm in the call at night. I got to get up early tomorrow. Got an early day tomorrow. But it's good talking to everybody tonight. Ray, drive safely. Your commuting stuff with your job and everything. Good seeing you or hearing from you again. And everybody else out there, so long. It'll be Keith, WA6QSA, Long Beach. And we will talk to you all later.
Before you get out of there, Keith, you said you're under the weather. Would you get COVID?
I actually got just a massive migraine headache, which lasted like 3 days.
What was that?
What's that?
What was that?
You know what a migraine headache is?
Yeah, but what caused it?
I'm not really sure. I don't get migraine headaches, but I had one then. It went all through my neck, the whole 9 yards. I was getting like real. I just would be even on my feet. I feel like I was gonna throw up and everything. It was terrible, So I was like laying in bed pretty much for just days, because that's the only way I felt okay.
Maybe you got a slight whip of the COVID, you whipped it. But anyway, you solved the TVI problems. You got rid of all them.
The RFI problems or TVI? What?
Well, either one.
Well, I haven't resolved the problem where the radio, when I run the amp, is like turning on the dryer yet.
It's turning the dryer on?
Yeah, it's making the dryer go bananas.
Oh, you gotta put a choke on that then.
I put 2 on it, didn't resolve it, so I'm having to take other measures.
Talking on the dryer.
Say again?
Socket, the AC line, you put a Bluetooth line filter, and you got a ground the AC socket side of it. You test the ground plug and the AC socket that way you come around it.
Yeah, I got an old house, maybe not.
You got 3 wires running into the house or 2 wires, Keith?
Built in 52. Yeah, it doesn't do with the washer. It's a, you know, it's a Maytag, but it's doing to the dryer. So I think I resolved the problem. Just unplug the dryer when I want to use my amplifier. If it's not being used, why does it need to be plugged in?
Right, so when you use the amplifier, it turns it on, huh?
It makes, yeah, it's turning it on, making the lights flash, and it's, you know, it's a pretty new dryer, so it makes all these like sounds like do 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 and so forth. It starts doing that on. My wife starts getting really upset. You know what I mean?
That's funny. Alex, what if he takes that grounding, we use that flat grounding, cut it off, and put it over his whole electrical plug, or plugs it along, and shields the whole wire?
Well, they have the same situation over there with the sprinklers. I just get that it goes up on 80 meters and those damn sprinklers go off. Down the rainbows. So the people got there with the dirt and all. And we would have noises. I don't know what it was. One of the garbage disposals was everything.
So how do you resolve it? That's what I want to know.
Rainbirds. Oh yeah, man. Rainbirds, they go like that, and then when the rainbird comes back, it goes.
Yeah, we changed the garbage disposal on that. Then we put a ground rod in each corner of the house and then the wire all the way around the house and stop it.
Okay. Keith, here, listen to me. Here's a cheap method. You can do it real fast. You got some tin foil in the house?
Yeah, I got tin foil, like, you know, in the kitchen.
Yeah, take some tin foil, and where that thing plugs in the wire, wrap tin foil all the way around that cord, all the way to the dryer. And so you're putting a shield over the wire, you get it?
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, it's a cheap way of doing it. And see if that'll cure the problem.
All right. Well, I'm not going to do it tonight, but yeah, I'll definitely try to give that a shot. I'm up for ideas. Like I said, the other idea is just unplug the dryer when I'm wanting to use the linear.
Well, I'm trying to make it so you don't have to unplug it all the time. So if it quits and you don't do it no more, then that tells me you can buy that flat ground strap, cut your plug off, slide it over the wire, put the plug back on, and make a nice professional fix the problem.
All right. Well, thanks for the advice.
Hey, I read another article the other day, Alex. Some of these GIF plugs get tripped off with HF. Some do, some don't. And I read an article how to get rid of that is the box that goes inside the wall box, you cut it out and put a metal box, put it inside of the metal box, and they say shield it. A lot of times that'll get rid of it.
Yeah, that's very true.
Oh, the place in Westminster, or the one by my school? Well, the one by my school is Marvac. JK is like, yeah, on the way though. I think I have a ground wire from the electrical box into the ground, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Got a ground wire. You have a three-way plug when you plug in the washing machine.
Yeah, it's got a three-way plug.
And you got a circuit so you got a long wire.
Okay, so repeat what that filter is you're talking about. I'm writing it down.
That was root force washing filter.
Okay, sounds good. I'll look into that. All right, you gentlemen, I'm going to bail. I got to get up early in the morning. So Again, good talking to you all. WA6, 2 weeks later, we're going to be out.
Hey, Keith, I got one more thing for you.
Okay, last one.
Last one. You know that book I told you to buy, how to find it and how to fix it?
Yeah, I have that book.
It's in that book.
All right, well, I'll have to dig into it.
Read about that book. It's in there.
Okay, very good. All right, gentlemen, good night. I got to go.
70 degrees. Yeah, he bought a good thing up back in 1952. I don't think a lot of those houses are grounded at that time. Well, they might have got one in an electrical box, but that don't mean he's got ground through every circuit in that house. He might have got it ground at the electrical box for a couple of things, because a lot of those houses are built in those days with plaster, and he's going to dig all the plaster walls and put a ground wire? I highly doubt it.
We have a ground wire in the box when we built the house too. And this place was built in 1945, right after the war.
Yeah, but you got ground going to every plug?
When we put a black Newport line in all the other RFI, figuring that they could go off and we just take the garbage disposal and stop the tree.
Okay, I understand that, but do you got actually ground the plug free where ground wire goes to the plug on every receptacle in that house?
No, but we just run Newport line, but it goes over the same thing. It's like garbage disposal, when we put a wire in here, they focus on the Romax. And the old Romax is just 2 wires, got cloth on it.
Oh, that's old cloth on it. Yeah, you probably got those old round fuses too.
No, we don't. We got regular.
Well, back in those days they had old round with the fuses.
The box is in this place. It's not a new box. I think it's like 25, 30 years old. But maybe longer, older than that. But it's not that new. We kind of replaced the meters. The smart meters.
Yeah, I guess that Keith told me that. I don't realize those phones are that old, man. Wow, 2-wire system. Woo! Well, at least it's got copper. They didn't go aluminum back in those days, but well, the only way to solve the problem is, I don't know where his dryer is, your washer dryer. Usually it's close outside the wall. Pound a ground rod in the ground here and make your ground right there.
Yes and no, but with some of those, the microprocessor like your stove, you run around and you find the flame. That thing is not tuned. You can put that, whatever that microprocessor is, put a cardboard box over it and put the coil all the way around it. That might do it, but some of them will get dragged in there.
Yeah, I haven't fixed that problem yet. And that's the only way you have somebody go shut the circuit breaker off while I'm up on the radio here, but I don't see any noise from that, but I did find the RF noise that you showed me my lamp. I got rid of that, and I got one LED light here, and it only gives me noise on 20 meters and not on the other bands, so I got to be experimenting around with that.
I told you, you have a frequency counter. Go to the oven, get a frequency counter, and tweak it to where they're reading on one frequency. And then you can go on the radio and hear it and convert it to
Okay. Yeah, well, I found my frequency counter, but I can't find the plug into it to charge up the batteries. It's got its own battery, so I'm going to have to go to HRO, and which they still make the one I bought, and I'm going to have to buy a little one of those wall water power supplies to charge up the battery so I can sweep it. I wonder that analyzer that Keith's got, well, the one that does antennas, will that sweep? No, that one won't sweep frequencies. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go down there tomorrow and get it. I wonder if I could. Well, the whole thing don't even cost.
I'm going to listen to this reflector for a minute before I jump in there and say hello. Excuse me. K6EGG monitoring reflector 30 from Southern California.
K6EE or K6EGG, K7BBS.
Hello there, K7BBS. Dave, looks like you're... I was listening to you guys earlier. I was adjusting my my hotspot, changing some settings. You guys were talking about DStar repeaters. You said you owned one in the Phoenix area?
I do. And talking to you the other day on my way home, we were talking me having challenges with my Pi-Star and so forth.
Did you get it going there?
I did. I'm talking on it. And actually, since I talked to you last, the internet provider has had problems with my connection at home, and I probably won't have connection for a while. So right now I'm using my hotspot, going through my cellular side. I'll talk to you now.
Yeah, you're dropping out quite a bit. I'm watching you here on my my little dashboard here. You're dropping in and out quite a bit.
Well, I'm open to advice on things I might be able to do to improve it. I'm only a few feet from the radio.
Well, you might have some internet issues or router issues. I don't know exactly, so many different factors involved, but I could pick out what you're saying. I'm also on YouTube if you kind of want to hear how you sound. You could type in my call letters. I think we mentioned the other day, K6EGG. I was having trouble setting up my hotspot. It was totally different than the problem that you were having there.
Anyway, yes, it could be my internet connection. In emergency mode, you might say at home, where my internet provider is down, and I'm using my hotspot. It's got the cellular modem in it, but the signal isn't all that great. So hopefully you're being able to make me out.
KT0DDW.
Sounds like we had somebody else on there. Go ahead. Yeah, it sounds like your internet may be there. Go ahead. Maybe it was self-IDing. Yeah, man, I was having the same trouble when I was on my hotspot in my car. So that probably what it is. You said you're in Phoenix right now?
I'm in Phoenix, Oregon, so not to be confused with Arizona. I'm about 24 miles north of the California border.
Oh, that's right. You're up by Medford? Is that right?
That is correct. Yes. Medford is a town just north to me. 3 or 4 miles.
How big of a range is your repeater up in that neck of the woods?
You and I are probably doing the same thing, looking at the screen. Oh, we doubled there. Anyway, I don't know if you heard my last.
Yeah, you said your location. I asked, what type of range does your repeater have in your neck of the woods?
It pretty much covers the Rogue Valley, and, there are a lot of mountains in between us, so the repeater's at the 3,500 foot level, and, it probably covers 10 miles north, and, going up the Siskiyous into Ashland, it covers okay.
Yeah, and I heard somebody, I think you were talking to, I think he was from Canada, if I recall right. Please correct me if I'm wrong. He was mentioning that the closest repeater to him was in like Halifax, and it's not even hooked up to a gateway or internet. I would agree with him that why would you have a DStar repeater not have it hooked up to anything? I'm guessing you probably have a gateway and everything set up, right?
I do, and as being a first generation DStar repeater owner, and I say that my DStar was the first registered DStar in Oregon, so challenges of having a gateway and making it work are sometimes tough for a person who knows Windows.
I can only imagine. It took me about a week to get my hotspot working. I can only imagine getting a repeater working on top of a hilltop. How do you get internet up the hill?
I'm using Ubiquity radios from my house to the hill, and I'm doing something that Icom said you couldn't do, but it worked. Been doing it for some time. The gateway's actually at my house. Stop.
Just watching my dashboard here. You had a ton of loss right there, and I didn't copy pretty much anything you said there. Might want to try moving your phone somewhere where it has a little better signal or something.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's good luck there. I'll say that again. Unfortunately, that's good luck there. The signal here is kind of poor. But I was saying my internet provider, which I recently switched from cable to a company who delivers me fiber, and after a week or so, maybe 2 weeks of having the fiber, something went wrong and the fiber's down. They're talking about maybe next week before I get it back. I can't tell you the internet withdrawals that I'm trying to refrain from it.
Yeah, I can only imagine. I know I actually have Frontier Fios at my house. That thing, it's smoking fast. I'm streaming on YouTube right now. My wife was downstairs watching something on Netflix, I think she was. I'm using the hotspot through the internet. I'm surfing the web. I'm monitoring the YouTube page. Not a hiccup, but when that goes down, it's down. And my phone service here is horrible as well. So I feel your pain, man.
Yeah, I'm at the level to where I'm going to borrow some radios at work and tap into my neighbor's internet connection to see if I can get myself something before they get it fixed.
I understand, man. All right, Dave. It's nice talking to you again. Looks like you're just under 1,000 miles away from me there. I see your, what's it called, GPS there pop up every once in a while. So anyways, I'm going to call tonight. I probably won't be on tomorrow, but I might be cruising around on Wednesday. On Thursday and Friday. So take care. This is Greg, K6EGG, Dave, K7BBS up there in Phoenix, Oregon. Not to be confused with Phoenix, Arizona. You have a good evening, sir.
All right there, Greg. It's great to meet you, and I actually think we'd probably be pals based on what I've learned from you already with all of our... Anyways, you have a good evening. You're right, I'm going to say 73 because I know my connection is not all that great, and we'll have to talk further. K6EGG, K7BBS, Phoenix, Oregon.
And it's K6EGG. K6EGG. Copy.
Correct. Kilo 6 Echo George.
All right. So before I get off the stream, I'm going to try something. I'm going to try to connect a repeater to this reflector. Here. Where's the Keller repeater in here? I'm looking for the Keller repeater. There goes Gabe's. No way in heck I'm going to be able to connect to that from here. Guna.
KF0DRB, K7BBS. I heard you in there. I know my connection's not real great, but I figured I'd acknowledge you.
See if this thing links.
Link currently established.
See if this thing goes through.
Remote system linked.
To what? I don't think it linked. I'd be hearing that guy right now. On the right one. First time you doing this, by the way.
Link currently established.
Okay, so I want to see. See, it says 3070 Charlie. It's not let me change repeater. Something just happened. By the way, I do know the repeater owner. He said this was
Remote
okay.
system linked.
To what? Please tell me what. So it says link to 70 Charlie. It's locked on 70 Charlie.
Link currently established.
That sounds like his voice, by the way.
Remote system linked.
Say 70 Charlie. So it did not change. Let's see if I can change it on this.
Remote system linked. Link currently established.
$70B. So that sucks. All right. Let's try something here. I'm going to go to reflector 12. Maybe I won't because there's somebody on there. Or somebody was just on there. Well, that sucks.
Link to REF030 Charlie.
All right, so for those of you watching on YouTube, which I don't think there's many, Madman Jerry, didn't look like the repeater connected. I looked through the dashboard, which was right here. And I did not see it. Oops, sorry. I did not see it on here. I can try again, no doubt.
K6EGG, KF0DRB. I heard you there. Sounds like you're copying Pratt.
Actually, I was trying to connect a local repeater on the same reflector here from my hotspot. Not from my hotspot, but the same one that my hotspot's going into. I was just kind of trying some stuff out.
Okay, Roger. I was just kind of following around with your live stream here. So, yeah, my apologies. Go for it. K0 DRB. Have fun.
No problem. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Maybe you can watch me fumble around this thing. I'm just learning DStar here, buddy. So
my apologies here.
Hey, no worry. Why do you think I hit the like, subscribe, and the bell? Just here playing amateur as well. So go for it.
Cool. Thanks, man.
Thanks, buddy. I'll be right back. I'm going to see if I can talk to you through the local repeater here.
Roger, understanding by.
That one is not. Put this microphone by me here so you can actually hear me fumble through this crap. Pardon my French. I actually didn't say a bad word. I should not do this at the end of the night when I'm tired, but you know what? Let's go to nearby. Can't use those. Don't know about that one. I don't think this one's working. Can't use the Papa one. Those Laguna ones I can't hit. Let's try this one again.
Link currently established.
Oh, you know why? I didn't unlink it. That's why.
Remote system unlinked.
That's why I didn't do it. So, if you're watching, I just learned something. I remember Bill, N6UTD, was telling me about this.
Remote system linked.
Let's see if it does it. Just say it on the screen here. Yes. All right. All right, there. Was it Dave? Jerry, that's right.
KF0DRB. Jerry, you still there?
Kilo Delta 4, Foxtrot Zulu Yankee. This is Jerry. Go ahead.
Do you have a copy of me through, I'm just trying this, I went from my, I'm falling asleep here, DStar hotspot to a local repeater, and I think I was also, there was a Dave on there as well. So I'm just trying this thing out. So now you guys are going through a local repeater here in Southern California.
Well, that's awesome. Are you K6EGG.
That is me, and I'm also on YouTube as well. If you type in my call letters, K6EGG, in the search engine.
Okay, very good. Well, the handle here is Jerry, and QTH is Owensboro, Kentucky. And we're right along the Ohio River, close to the Indiana border. Just cross the bridge and you're in Indiana. So, little piece of heaven. Nice area. How you guys doing with the fires and all?
Well, thankfully, all of our fires, when we're out in Southern California, where I'm at, I'm about 40 miles east of Los Angeles in a city called Chino. Our fires were pretty busy last summer. Most of the fires in California this summer were up in Northern California, north of Sacramento and north of the Bay Area. So we did get some smoke probably 3 or 4 weeks ago. Some of the smoke came down to Southern California. But for the most part, I think most of the hillsides here are pretty burnt up. But thankfully, it wasn't that bad down here this year. But the next couple weeks could turn that into bad, because it's going to get really dry and windy coming up. So now back to you.
Alrighty, very good. Well, tonight I broke out a DV4 Mini. I haven't had one online for quite a long time. I'm using a little Icom ID51 Alpha, and want to check on audio report. How does it sound?
You sound really good, and if you want to actually hear the sound of your voice, you can just listen on the YouTube page and hear it come out of the speakers of your own computer, your cell phone there.
Okay. Well, I don't want to create any loops or anything, but that's interesting. I'll have to check out your webpage.
I have it for people just like you to wonder how they sound. And by the way, you do sound really good, sound nice and clear. At least here locally in Southern California, I mainly talk on upper sideband 2 meter. A lot of guys were changing, making audio changes with their microphones, changing their microphones, stuff like that. And people kept on asking me, well, how do they sound? And I kind of came up with the idea just to stream it and let them hear for themselves. So instead of me describing, and some of the guys will just sit there and tinker with it, all night till they get it to the way they want it to sound. And normally it sounds pretty decent. So that's kind of why the original reason why I have that YouTube stream going right now, just for that reason there, Jerry.
Well, that's great. With digital, I normally just go to a parrot and listen to what the echo says. But, well, that's good. Yeah, like I say, I'll have to check that out.
Cool deal. All right, man. I'm gonna get going here. It's I don't know. It's 10:30 here, and I got to go to work tomorrow for the first time in 10 days. Actually, almost 2 weeks. And I got to unlink this repeater and get it back to where what reflector it was on originally there. But I do have permission from the owner, though. So thanks for getting back to me, Jerry, and anybody else out there listening. You guys have a good evening. This is Greg, K6EGG, from the city of Chino, 40 miles east of Los Angeles, California. Good night, everybody.
I'm going to stay on the stream for a few more minutes. Anybody watching here?
For Radio Bravo, the other Jerry in Iowa.
What are the chances, Jerry, if I'm running into two Jerrys at the same time, right when I'm in the middle of checking something.
Yeah, the guy there east of Los Angeles, if you're still listening, how far are you from the Ontario truck stops on 10 and 15 of E9 TJR?
Jerry in Iowa, I'll be right back with you. VE9TJR, looks like that's a Canadian call, if I'm correct. Yeah, it looks like Ontario, yeah. I'm about 5 miles away from that TA truck stop there, so I'm very familiar with it. I actually used to buy my CVs there when I was in the 11 meter, so not too far away. There's a big mall over there now that I go and eat dinner there. And how close are you to Toronto there, Tom?
Yeah, right now I'm coming up to Milton, Ontario, which is only about 20 miles, 30 miles from Toronto, or the greater Toronto area. But VE9 is at New Brunswick. I'm from New Brunswick. I lived in Ontario for, the last time for 22 years, but I just recently this summer moved back to my home province to New Brunswick. But I'm a truck driver, so I'm coming into Milton, Ontario, which is just west of Toronto.
Copy that. I have a ton of family up there in the Toronto area. My dad grew up actually in Scarborough. That's where I spent a couple of my summers there. So I'm kind of familiar with that neck of the woods up there. So real quick, I got to get back to Jerry. Tom, thank you very much. VE9TJR up there in beautiful, I think he said you're in Ontario, Canada. Jerry out in Iowa. Go ahead, man. Sorry.
I thought I was going to go home.
That's okay, Greg. I was just saying good night in 73. Get some rest and have a good day at work. And hope to talk with you again sometime. K6EGG, Kilo Delta 4, Foxtrot Zulu Yankee, 73.
Yeah, 414. When I first got licensed here in early February, and you know, I got this radio probably late February, so when all the leaves were off of the trees, I could get in, and that was on the 440 side. So, you know, sometime it might be fun to get you on the 2 meter side of things. So, yeah, I'll let you back to it. KF0 DRB, I'll send it back to you. K6 Echo Golf Golf.
Cool deal. Yeah, man. I'm going to try to be back Thursday night, probably around 7 p.m. my time. I'll just talk to my... right now we're talking to a repeater that's up in what they call Keller Peak. It's in the San Bernardino Mountains, about 30 or so miles away. And this repeater that you're talking through right now, Leah, I'm talking through, and you're actually going through as well, covers most of the high desert of Southern California, almost up to the Nevada border. The call letters on it are K6WZX, and it's the 2 meter version. This also covers most of most of the Los Angeles area, and gets even down pretty close down to the Mexican border south of San Diego. So wide range of transmission to this repeater, very powerful repeater with the coverage it can have. So I don't want to tie it up all too much, although there's not too much DStar activity on it. But anyways, you have a good evening there, Jerry and Jerry. First Jerry out in Iowa, you take care, and also out in where was the other one from? I'm sorry, man. I'm really bad with Owensboro, Kentucky. Actually, I know a race driver I work with was from that area. So anyways, both you guys take care. This is Greg, K6EGG, and also Tom, VE9TJR. Have a good evening. I'm going to try to get out of here. See ya, K6EGG.
Good night, Greg. I just spent 2 days sitting at the Petro there in Ontario, California. So,
all right,
this week. So, all right, take care. Good night.
So what we're going to do now is get this
Good to hear from you again.
repeater back over to what should be. So I want to link the repeater.
KG6OJV still out here listening to 30 Charlie, trying to make my first contact on DStar.
ERB, returning, sir. Go ahead.
Wow, I'm actually in there. How do I sound? This is
Dang it.
George is the handle. The call's KG6OJV, and we're located in Northern California. We're about
I gotta wait
30
for
miles
this.
east of a little town called Stockton.
Don't know exactly where Stockton is. See if I got it unlinked.
Remote system unlinked.
All right, so now I need to go back to direct input 70 Charlie. Let's link that baby up.
Remote system linked.
All right. Let's go here, 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 here.
Making the trip through an Icom ID-200 spot because we do not have a local DStar repeater that's close enough to.
All right,
to work.
so it looks like Tony, you have a good evening there, pal.
Don't have much left.
Just playing.
The radio
First off, I
and the
cannot
DStar
chat on the. Sorry about that. I cannot chat on the chat tonight for some reason. For some reason the YouTube server is having some issues, so I can read them, but I have to be on a different, an alternative, account to see that there. So what I was trying right now, as my eyes are turning red, I tried to connect to 30 Charlie, reflector 30 Charlie, DStar reflector 30 Charlie, through the Keller Peak repeater, which is up on the San Bernardino Mountains overlooking Southern California. And that repeater, in fact, you know what? Let me do this real quick. Pull up this repeater. I could show you, for those of you outside the area tonight. This is pretty cool. I'm going to their repeater site real quick. DStar. So it's actually up in Running Springs with Keller Peak. That is not the right one. Stand by. I'm pulling up a repeater list here. Bear with me here. I'm tired. Trying to get the repeater book going here. So this is the 440 version of the repeater I was just on. Has some pretty wide coverage here. Pretty much almost all of the high desert here in Southern California. A lot of the low desert gets all the way down just about to the Mexican border, and about 60 to 70 miles away from the Nevada border there here in Southern California. So anybody watching, you had a wide coverage area, almost up to Oxnard, which is a little over, I think, about 120 miles away from me. So this is huge coverage with this repeater right here. This is the Repeater Club website here. I've talked to the owner a few times, and he insists that I play with his repeater a lot more. So I tried to tonight. His name's Dennis, really good dude. In fact, he invited me to go up to the repeater site, which I plan on taking him up on that offer at some point. But there's 3 different modules. They're not all tied together via the reflector. The VHF version of this repeater is on reflector C. The 70 centimeter is on 70 Bravo, and the 27 1.2 gigahertz repeater is on 70 Alpha. So those 3 different modes, they had them tied together, but they're having intermod or something like that, so they stopped doing it. But I just wanted to give you guys a little demonstration of how you link the actual repeater, which is the same way you link a DStar hotspot. So I learned something new tonight. Anybody new to the channel tonight, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I come on about 2 or 3 days a week, depending on my work and personal schedule. I'm not going to be working a lot the next couple months, so I'll probably be on at least probably about 4 times a week, depending on how I feel. Just going through a few medical issues. I should be back to work here hopefully in about a month or so, full time. But anyways, thanks for watching. Once again, please hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to get up to 500 subscribers before the end of the year. Mainly, I'm not trying to sell anything other than ham radio, and trying to share some information here about how you can, get stuff working and stuff. That's why I kind of gave a live demonstration. I'd say about 95% of my content is live. So you could see me mess up and get frustrated, which I have a couple nights, and throw stuff around. I wouldn't say that much, but I definitely got frustrated. But a lot of guys on here, they'll pop in and just say a couple, few things. Hey, try this, try that. That's kind of why I'm doing it. And maybe somebody else would see it. I know a guy up in Diamond Bar, about 15 miles away from me, had some problems, and he was going through YouTube to try to find it. And I happened to be doing it live, so just by coincidence, he was able to find it, and he was actually not that far away. So anyways, have a good evening. I'll talk to you soon. This is Greg, K6EGG, here in Chino, California. I got to find the black button here. 3, 2, 1.